James M, good morning, my man. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I decided to start this one up a bit early. So, how you doing, my man? It's been a minute. I know you've been busy, so yeah, how's life treating you, brother? Yeah, I think it's lagging. Yeah, I probably should have put up a notice that I was starting this one, but yeah, life is good, man. Um, yeah, I'm already hitting the monster drink, so past the coffee. Yeah, definitely got up early this morning, and I probably should have started this like an hour ago. It's been hectic, but going well. Just getting back to basics. Working at a steel mill now. Nice, man. It's always good. It always feels good to be working. That's for sure. Yeah, what kind of hours they got you keeping, man? Yeah, Chaos was saying you're pretty busy, but yeah, definitely. Good to hear you back working, man. It's still tight around here, but yeah, life is good. We're we're one member away. As soon as we hit 10 members, I'm gonna start doing members only lives on Saturday nights, Saturday evenings, maybe like 6 o'clock or something. Matt's Lock Shop, how you doing, my man? Hey, Matt, I saw that the Grim Workshop lock picking card you have. Is that how's that work out, man? Is that legit? Does it work good? Been missing Hunter Your Lives videos. Saw you in live and jumped on 3 a.m. to 3 p.m., brother. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, Chaos told me you've been really busy with work and everything, and yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, you got to take care of you first. That's definitely that's a real thing. So it works. City rate is too thin. Yeah, how about those like titanium cards and stuff? I've seen some of those different places. I think who is it like Sparrows or maybe Covert Instruments or something has some. Something I'm definitely looking into. But yeah, I've got a couple of the Grim Workshop cards, but man, I think I just lucked out. It was like their Christmas special package deal or something, and yeah, they feel pretty good. They're pretty solid. But these two just this is some little food thing with a little fork or whatever. I don't know. And it's supposed to be a cheese grater, and of course there's a bottle opener. But if you got a Bic, you can get that job done. Um, Allegedly, this is a peeler. It's got like a little saw edge and stuff too. And this is some like berry picking. Whose card is this? Mark Merriweather signature card. I don't know if I would have put my signature on this one, man. It just its practicality of usefulness isn't all there. Hoggy, how you doing, my man? I made sure I got a slingy thingy out today for sure. Definitely a part of the kit. Got the Scout LT2, the simple shot there. But yeah, we definitely got that out, man. Of course, it's raining again today. So I guess this makes like 14 weekends consecutive that it's rained here in New Hampshire. Not cool. Like man, I don't know. And then yeah, it's supposed to stop raining later this morning, and then it's gonna be like in the 90s this afternoon, and then like yeah, 100 tomorrow, and then yeah, a couple days in the 90s, and then it goes back down to like the 70s and 50s. So oh yeah, hey James, yeah, thanks man. Um, yeah, this is the potential loadout for the chest rig kit I'm building. Yeah, I ended up getting that full tank tactical recon chest rig, man. Um, it's sweet, man, and I've been through this thing like stitch for stitch, and man, I love it. I'm digging it. Got to get some of the organizers and stuff for it. The downside to modular, you can make it anything you want. It just comes like one big sack. That sounds horrible. But yeah, man, this is the chest rig here. I got to figure out a different angle for the camera. I'm trying to get some videos out on this thing. But yeah, it's got the full harness and everything. Yeah, here's the harness. And it's got a back strap for it. So it keeps it nice and stable. Nick Martino, how you doing, man? Good morning. Welcome to the chat. Contraclu Darius. Okay. LT2 is a good slingshot. Raggedy rain left here in the shower. Then, where the hell's weather's moving in? Yeah. Oh, which one's that? The full tank tactical neck? Man, I got this on. Man, it was a Memorial Day sale. It was like 20% off. So, but yeah, now I got to get the organizers and stuff to go in there. I'm waiting on a Hill People Gear 58 pouch. It's like a 5x8 zipper top pouch with some front organization that Velcros right in. That's out of stock. I did the email thing. They're supposed to notify me when they're back in stock. I try to check like once a week. Yeah, the backpack looks good. Yeah, man, and he's got the size range covered. He's got like the flintlock, which is like your day pack, 12-hour pack or something like that. Then he's got the Minuteman 35. I'm definitely digging that one. Like nice mid range, like maybe a single overnighter or lightweight type kit if you're doing a tarp and bedroll type thing, cowboy camping or something. Yeah, it all depends on what you're carrying too and what time of the year it is. And then he's got the Minuteman 50 and the two Minuteman rigs. You can upgrade. He's got like the top loader options, side sustainment pouches. Yeah, he's got the beaver tail option. There's a lot of options. I definitely dig his style, man. I like the modularity. Anything that's modular, you can adjust to what you need. So Irish John is in here this morning. Irish John, how you doing, man? He's one of our members. So is Nick Martino. Yeah, Irish John was up in here Friday night gifting a bunch of memberships. So if you received a gift membership, he's the guy you want to thank for that, most definitely. And I most definitely thank you there, John. John, how are things over in Ireland this morning, my man? Kapow. Dominic, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if you guys were here or not, but there's currently 9 channel members. When we hit 10, I'm gonna start doing at least like an hour-long members only Saturday Night Live, and that way there, it's members only, so there'll be zero trolls, although they can be fun. But yeah, it'll be some troll free, some conversation. We don't have to worry about hurting anybody's feelings. Not like we really do. Is that a wallet? Are you all right, my man? Caesar, is one a wallet? I'm not really seeing a wallet here, my man. Hot or not? Sure, earlier, stupid autocorrect, bro. Yeah, man, autocorrect making us look dumb. It's supposed to make everything easier. It'll autocorrect, but man, it just automatically makes us look stupid. And sometimes it's priceless, man. Some of those autocorrects you couldn't think of your own, and they end up being great one-liners. So yeah, so this is what I've got going so far for the. I've got some other stuff too, like I'm gonna end up throwing this right in the rain. It's like a little card holder. I think it's better than a notepad. It's got some stays to keep your cards down. I've got that little the little bullet pen or whatever they call it. Yeah, I've always liked these. I like the fact that I don't like short pens that stay short. Like they just don't fit the hand right. Like it feels like it's gonna fall through your hand. Yeah, I'm kind of like a full size or close to full size pen person. Um, but yeah, you could put whatever you want there. Even I was thinking of putting someday, like when I hit it big on YouTube, I'm gonna put like one of those um, big idea designs bolt action pen there. Oh, bottom RHD looks like potential wallet. Oh, right on. Yeah, great for land nav. Desert Driven, how you doing? Good seeing you. Yeah, and then this bad boy opens up, so it's got a pocket in the back. You can throw some spares. Yeah, they got the index cards in like the this is supposed to be tan. They've got them in OD as well. But yeah, right in the rain, made in the USA, Tacoma, Washington. Man, I've probably been using right in the rain for somewhere around 30 years now. Good stuff. It's a little bit pricey, but yeah, once you've unpacked a couple of soggy notebooks thinking you did well, um, it, yeah, Desert. I've been on consistently. I just think YouTube, we don't always behave around here, so I don't think the notifications always go out. I've had, and that's the same. Like, there's a bunch of channels I'm subscribed to that, yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing. I never get the notifications. I got to go through the channels and check. Mail. No, we try to avoid as much made in China stuff as we realistically can. Um, I know you're going with that though. I think because we just commented this was made in the USA, but man, I'll tell you, when I brought up China, I'll go ahead and be the dickhead that says it. Yeah, there used to be a day when the United States fought communism. Now we're financing it. Make that make sense. Yeah, I try to avoid. I know it's hard to do with electronics. Like most of the electric. I mean, geez, I even got a Samsung because at least South Korea, you know. Um, I know I'm not sure how many times you go live a week, but I usually catch you on at least once or twice. Yeah, Desert Driven. I'm still doing live chats Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern, Sunday mornings at 8. I was just up early and decided to start this one early. Figured I'd see who's up, and we always tend to run a little over. And Grumpy's back to doing his lives at 9:30, so I want to make sure we make it over there. So I figured I'll start a little bit earlier. We'll have a social. Um, yeah, clothing, appliance, and electronics. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Desert Driven. Yeah, it's getting there, man. It's slowly but surely. But yeah, Rome wasn't built overnight. We're gonna make it for sure. Taking a little bit longer than I had originally projected, but hey, it's about the journey, not the destination. And quite frankly, I really don't have a destination. It's just like let's see where we can take this. Yeah, just getting caught up on the comments, guys. But yeah, so I'm trying not to give myself time frames anymore, and I think I was beating myself up for a while there, like, oh, why haven't I done this yet? It is what it is, Sometimes the algorithm giveth, and sometimes the algorithm taketh, and it is what it is. But we're gonna have fun. Yeah, still trying to keep the Sundays as social as possible, but oh, thanks, Desert Driven. Yeah, and that's what frustrates me. Like, I haven't even scratched the surface yet. We've yet to get outdoors and just get to the stupid fun stuff. But yeah, we're gearing up. We're gonna have some fun. Yeah, might even do a little fantasy YouTube camping. You know, um, yeah. Someday we'll be out there cooking a tomahawk on a stone or something. Yeah, yeah. What is it since like? Man, it hasn't been that long. Like over 90,000 manufacturers have been shipped out of state. Leon, what's happening, brother? How you doing, man? How is uh how is life treating you, man? Yeah, it's kind of a sad state of affairs that we're in, but I think people are finally becoming keen to it and saying, all right, well we need to change this and become more self sufficient and support more U.S. makers. Yeah, I hear you, Leon. Yeah. Same old, same old. Piles getting bigger. But yeah, so that's one of the things I try to do on the channel is promote as much U.S. makers as I can that are making quality gear. And I totally agree. Just because it's made in the United States doesn't mean it's great. People in the U.S. can make some crap too, but so does the rest of the world. But I think overall, when you get somebody who's dedicated to their craft, you'll find that the quality is most definitely there. Yeah, and that's the thing with like Phobos Knives, Fultane Tactical, Leatherman. Exotac is pretty much right up there. I hope I'm just the unlucky Richard Cranium that got the lime green lighter and match case. Man, that's my biggest disappointment. Well, overall, they make great products. They really do. And it's just I think they could have handled it a little bit better. So what could possibly go wrong, right? Yeah, that's the thing, man. Is I was professional, I was courteous, and I was realistically trying to make them look good, and they wouldn't have it. So, but yeah, I told all right then I got no problems telling the truth either. So, yeah, well, I got to explain the lime green match cap XL and the Titan light. Why isn't it OD like the rest of them? Well, I'll tell you. And then and that's the whole thing. It would have all been avoidable. But yeah, it is what it is. I guess that's yesterday's story. So we'll focus on today, tomorrow, and what's coming. So yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of regulars here and channel members and stuff like that. What do you guys want to see next? Do you want to see more components to the chest rig, or do you want to see more of the loadout for the chest rig? Yeah, yeah, they kind of like, yeah, you're stuck with it now, sucker. Is the attitude I got, and I'm like, but I don't want to be the guy to pull out that YouTube card, but it's gonna end up on YouTube, and it's gonna be talked about. All right, Matt's voting for the loadout. Yeah, because we do have other stuff that's we got to get for this loadout. I gotta do a water decon kit for sure. Yeah, that's typically the way I do it. I'll like do my gear layout, and then once I've got all the gear laid out, then it gives you a lot better idea of what you're going to need. But I know I'm definitely going to expand on the chest rig for sure. But yeah, probably finish the loadout. Kind of have like a packing plan, and then I can finalize it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly why you treat everybody the same. Yeah, yeah. Treat everybody well, and they'll treat you well, and unless they're not worthy, because some people are worthy of a gas station knife. I'm not gonna lie. I know a few people in my life that if I can find a horrible used gas station knife, I found the perfect Christmas present for that person. But for the most part, most people are good. I think that 99% of the people I've met in my life, I get along very well with. The 1% that I don't, it seems that nobody really gets along well with them. Yeah, loadout. Yeah, I agree. All right, cool. Yeah, anybody else? Adam Hayes, good morning. How you doing? Another channel member. Welcome to the chat. That's awesome having channel members. Like I get to say channel member now. Talk about feeling like a real YouTuber. Although I really don't. Yeah, definitely not the influencer. I don't know. The dude with the camera. It's good to see what you were packing so far. It might help some out to see what some of us could be missing as some essential items. Yeah, desert driven. Yeah, that's a valid point. Cannon, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the chat. Cannon is one of our veteran channel subscribers. They're intimidated by you. That's all. Some people are never exposed to people with high IQs. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how high my IQ is. You should see some of the stupid shit I've done and then say that. Yeah, I've done stupid a whole bunch of times. Like, what could possibly go wrong? Here, hold my beer. Watch this. Did you get that on camera? Um, oh, that's awesome, Adam. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And yeah, Phobos Knives is a great company. Eric Hansen's an awesome dude. Yeah, I highly recommend his stuff. I don't. I just kind of give my opinion, and I try to, but I give honest opinions. I think that's what some people aren't used to. If it sucks, it sucks. If they did you wrong, they did you wrong. If they did you dirty. But if it's good quality stuff and there's good people standing behind it, then I'm all for it. We have all done some stupid shit, but we all survived. Just makes for a great story around the campfire. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Desert driven. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Yeah, bad. How's that go? Bad ideas make for the best stories. Something like that, right? What's the square in the upper left hand corner? Oh man, that is not there on purpose. That's the charging station for the Olight. Yeah. That's an amateur move. It's really not supposed to be there. We can there we go. Yeah, that's my amateur status showing. This is why I'm saying. Did you forget you left your wallet on the table, or what's the new things? Oh, these yeah, Cannon, you're gonna dig these, man. Okay. So the debate on sharpening, right? Super steels. There's no difference in sharpening a super steel versus a standard knife, other than you're gonna switch to diamond instead of stone, right? So I found these. These are like credit card size. They're like the same size as a Grim Workshop like card, but these are made by Trend, and these are little diamond plates. I still got the little paper thing on there. They're color coded. These are two-sided diamond plates that are wow. It makes it seem like it's worth more when it's in the waxy paper. Like I got diamond, man. But yeah, this one is 180 grit on one side and 300 on the other. And yeah, you could use this for, sharpening your axe, sharpening your knife. Um, so nothing really changes in the technique between, like a standard steel and a super steel. What changes is what you sharpen it with. So instead of a stone, you're going to use a diamond plate. The technique and everything is all the same. If you're hand sharpening, you're hand sharpening. So yeah, so I just got these. Was it Thursday or Friday? And I hate to say, I got them off of Scamazon, man. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, they had the. This is the 180 and the 300 grit, like I said. Then they've got a 300 and a 600 grit, and then they've got a 600 and a 1000. So I mean, realistically, you could get the 180 and the yeah, it's 180, 300, and then 600 and 1000. But they've got this one in the middle that's 300 and 600, so it kind of overlaps. You've got the higher end of one and the lower end of the other. But yeah, you could use these for a whole bunch of whatever you're sharpening. So yeah, so this is the 300 and the 600, and like when it comes to diamond plates, anything over like 1,000 grits, pretty much where it peaks out. After that, you're just stropping stuff. But yeah, somewhere I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw like a 2 by 6 inch pocket stropping paddle, but instead of having like thick wood, it's got thin aluminum. Yeah, leather strop and an axe puck. I agree, man. In fact, anybody in here work with leather? So yeah, but these are what's going to go in the chest rig. That way, there, um, you know, what if your knife gets dull? Well, I've always got a way to sharpen it. The other thing I had back there is a Fresno lens. Like I said, I've never started a fire with these, but they're good for like picking ticks out or doing stuff like that. If whatever you got to do. But yeah, I might end up grabbing a couple of the Grim Workshop cards, but not these two. I just don't. I for the life of me couldn't see me using either one of these. This is kind of like the gimmicky stuff that I try to avoid. But speaking of which, well, we'll stay on the sharpening thing. Yeah, Matt, Axe Puck, right? This is the Granfors Brux one. This is gonna go in like my backpack, but it's got like a silicone top, so it's two sided. You've got a fine side, and it's nice because you leave the other half on, and nice grip keeps your fingers away from the sharp bits. But that's the fine grit side, and so it's dual grit, and then you've got a coarse grit side. You could take the whole thing out if you wanted to, but the silicone case is really nice. And the other thing about the case, it stops it from getting broken. I don't know if you've had a sharpening puck break on you before, or sharpening stone or something. I have. In fact, I recently, it wasn't recently, it was like over a year ago, but I broke one of the sharpening stones on my Lansky kit. I dropped it, and it cracked and broke in half. So another perk over, to the diamond over the little, you drop those little sharpening stones and they break. You can drop the little steel plate, and it, just pick it up. You're good. Dust it off. Yeah, just getting caught up on the comments here. Desert Driven just picked up a Kershaw Blur yesterday. I know you aren't a huge fan of Kershaw, but I guess I'd like to try out some of the U.S. knives eventually that Kershaw makes. I'm just really yeah, I'm getting away from as much imported, stuff that stuff, like they say, vote with your dollar, man. That's kind of what I'm doing. And if I can support Americans and American businesses, I'll do that 1,000 times over. So, I would pick up some of the Shaw U.S. models maybe eventually, but I don't really. Man, I've got so many other things going on. It's going to be a while before I start picking up any novelty things. So yeah, that's the yeah. We'll just doesn't have to be out. And then the other thing I got in recently is it's another trend sharpening stone, and this is going to be like a backpack item. Comes with a little eraser, so when the stone starts getting clogged up, you can clean it out. And then this is a little non-slip mat, kind of handy. That and it'll stop you from putting the other side of the stone down and ruining whatever work surface you got if you're using your bench or something. But hey, here's some crap technology for you here. Not the stone, the rubber band, man. If anybody ever wanted to know how they stow parachute lines, this is a standard stow band. And no, there's not really much of a difference between a standard rubber band and a rubber band used to stow parachute lines. 20 plus years packing parachutes, though. I'm a ninja when it comes to, you know, shooting rubber bands. So, but that's the big money item. If you buy them through Paragear, they're like $5.99 for a little box of them. But you can go to Staples and get the same exact rubber bands for like 500 for like 99 cents. But yeah, that's some advanced parachute technologies there. It's almost embarrassing. They do have some fancy ones that are like tubes. It's like surgical tubes, and then they use a little adhesive and tuck them in, and but they tend to lock up and cause bag lock and stuff. So just so they tried to make fancy rubber bands to stow parachute lines, but they caused more malfunction, so they went back to the cheap ones. The cool thing is these cheaper ones, they hold the lines great, but before you'll get bag lock with these or something, 99.9% of the time the rubber band will break, and then the line deployment sequence will go back to normal. But yeah, that was something shiny, huh? Something shinier. So this is the Trend 2x6 inch diamond sharpening plate. They also make some 3x8 inches, but I was thinking like backpack size. This one is it's 300 grit on one side and 1,000 grit on the other. And what I want to do with this is I got to find somebody that does leather and has get some sheet magnet, some thin sheet magnet, and then make some 2x6 inch leather and put a magnet on the bottom side of it. I want two of them, so then I can have one for plain stropping, and then I can have another one with a compound. Maybe it's like I forget how to, like, what the transfer with microns versus grit and stuff, but yeah. So this will kind of like double as a leather strop as well. It's a steel plate, so yeah, magnet will stick to it, and then you've got the grit from the stone that's going to stop it from sliding. So yeah, I want to get two 2x6 inch leather strips, like adhered to a magnet, and that'll give me 300 grit, 1,000 grit, and then a straight strop. I'm gonna probably do the smooth leather sides. Um, oh, that's a damn hammer. Yeah, so I'll end up with a 2x6 inch size version of this. But instead of having all the wood and everything, just put a magnet on either piece of the leather. Probably better quality leather than this too. Yeah, so this will be... Does that make sense, guys? Am I just rambling on? Yeah, Canon, that's a Olight Warrior Mini 2. Man, and I think, man, what is it with Olight needs to like put some red stuff? It needs red. I think if you're gonna put any kind of tactical flashlight, if you're gonna throw the Tactical Warrior, Billy Badass logo on, man, it's gotta at minimum have a red light. Really, a blue light would be good as well for map reading. And then I guess I don't know, the green light as well. Well, that's the whole thing, Nick. Is the leather will sit on the plate. Like, yeah, like a 2x6 inch. This is 2x6 inches. So if you take the 2x6 inch leather piece and then glue it to a magnet, like a sheet, like something like this, but 2x6 inch. So if you got like a 2x6 inch magnet, and then had a 2x6 inch piece of leather, instead of the wood being there, you would put the magnet, and then kapow, you would stick it to the 2x6 inch stone. So so then you've got, like I was saying, so now you've got four different surfaces. You've got the 300 grit and the 1000 grit on the stone, and then you could do like the green stropping compound or something. I forget what grit that is, or the maroon, whatever color. You know what I'm saying? And then have like a straight, just plain leather strop with magnets. So you've doubled the use of this. I won't lie, man. This is a little bit heavier than what I thought it was going to be. So originally I was thinking I would put something like this in a chest rig, but I'm like, nah, this is more like a backpack thing. That'll go with yeah, with my axe puck. And then yeah, I plan to get a file as well. Like a diamond sharpening file. Knives are life. How you doing, man? Another channel member. Welcome to the chat. Good morning. I personally think that Streamlight makes a better product. I run Streamlight on everything, but I lost a boating accident. Yeah, I got you. Those boating accidents, man. Really wants to make me go and get recurrent on my scuba diving. All the boating accidents going on lately. Cal 420, how you doing? The Heartless Highlander. How you doing this morning? Another day in paradise, right? Well, yeah, it's raining here, man. But hey, it doesn't matter if it's raining outside if we're doing a live inside. So yeah, these are all these sharpening stones are made by Trend. They're more popular for their woodworking, so I kind of trust them a little bit more because like professional woodworkers are using this stuff on a daily. Kind of like if I want some solid saw advice, I'll ask an arborist, not a whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. How do I say stuff without getting in trouble? Sometimes it's a mystery, man. So yeah, that's the Trend thing going on, the diamond plates. The pocket thing is kind of okay. There's some crappy sewing on here, but you're really buying it for the diamond plate, not for the pouch it came in. But yeah, actually, I want to talk to Leon about making me a pouch. Yeah, he'll definitely do a better job than this. And they got like little 3/8 inch Velcro on here. Man, it looks like they cut. If you see this piece right here that's running along the pile Velcro, there's a little tab that runs along the side here, and that's usually what you sew on, right? And it's usually on both sides. So what it looks like they did is they took 1-inch Velcro and cut it in half. Cheap bastards. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. Because this, you can kind of, yeah, you can see that line running along this side, right? But not this side. And that's usually what you stitch the Velcro down with. But yeah, they cut it in half and made little. I'd rather see them put a whole 1-inch on there, and then a quick Velcro saving tip for you guys, because you can get away with a 1/2 inch, obviously, but the problem is the hook side grossly outlasts the loop side, and over time that's where you lose your stickiness. So if you get another piece of the hook side, another strip, and if this were actually 1-inch Velcro, you would cut the hook side in half, right? And then lay that hook side over half of your 1-inch Velcro, and you use it until the pile wears out on that portion. Then when it wears out and it's not sticking as well, you take that 1/2 inch hook piece off, and you've made your pile side Velcro more functional for a longer period of time. If you use the full 1 inch, you just tear up the full 1 inch all the time. But Heartless Highlander, you're not shy right in Scotland. All good in Scotland. It's no frills, no mercy. Yeah, but we got rain here, man. So it's all good. But yeah, that's a great way. Like you can save on Velcros. I don't have any good examples kicking around of oh, that's not coming off easy. Like here's a good example. Um, here's actual 1 inch Velcro, right? So naturally the pile side's gonna wear out. So if you cut a hook size, this will be a lot easier if I put the stone on. You wouldn't have the whole bag attached, but you would take a piece of hook that's like half the width, cut it in half, and then just place it over. Just the Velcro strip though, not connected to a bag. So you protect half the loop side, and then you can close it. It'll stay closed, and after this loop side wears out, you just take the little strip off, almost like same thing they would use on the back of a patch or something, you know. And then you kind of like refresh your Velcro. You make the pile side last a lot longer. No, Dr. Dre, man, what's wrong with you? Don't go jumping on the internet crying like that. Now's the time to go support your family. Hurry up, go support your family, man. Your aunt needs you. We don't. But thanks for coming in here acting the fool. That was fun, man. Thanks. Have a nice day. I can't help it, man. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what kind of mental disorder has you coming into some random live chat talking about like somebody passing in your family? What, you know, I don't know, man. Go try telling somebody else. Maybe they'll give an F. I don't. That's like some mental disorder. Like, you are so needy for attention. You're gonna come in here like making some stuff up. And if you're not making it up, dude, you gotta check yourself, dude. That's just not right. I know, right? That's exactly what I'm saying, wild child. WTF, right? Where are the lulls? Now this is America. Yeah, this is the way America should be. Like we exercise our First Amendment right. You can come in here as long as you're not berating, belittling, harassing somebody that's in the live chat, or just racial slurs and things like that. Really don't care what you say. But yeah, if you're a complete idiot, we boot you for sure. Um, yeah, what else? What's next on the agenda? I'm stupid. I'm going to stop texting. What did I miss? No, no, John, you just got a big heart, man. You're not stupid. You just genuinely want to, you see something like that and you're like, oh, that poor guy. Um, but yeah, I don't know. And this one time at Skydive Camp, just a decent person. It's not hard. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, stuff in that. Yeah, we're working on my dream setup. So yeah, you're more than welcome to come along for this ride. This is uh this is gear geeking, borderline gear gooning. I guess if I got the words right, I think I did. Yeah, I'm OCD when it comes to the gear. I can't help it. Yeah, sweat the little things. That's what makes a difference. It's that extra that makes it extraordinary, right? Mark, are you fork and spoon metal? Yeah, yeah, Mark, they are. I have a nice wood set though, but man, I'm afraid to break them. Yeah, these are the Cedar Summit. Uh, I don't know what you call it. Fork, knife, spoon, utensil set. Um, Yeah, man, I've had these three for years, and I still have the carabiners. I have another one somewhere too, because I've got the long handled spoon. I mean, like, just because you're going outdoors doesn't mean you got to be a savage, right? Yeah, these are most definitely metal. Um, these are going to get upgraded eventually to the Vargo. Have you guys seen the Vargo titanium stuff? I'm definitely digging their stuff. Um, yeah, and I got to have a second set because when I had this set, it's just me. Um, but now it's me and Mrs. Bushcraft. So I got to have some nice utensils for her to use too when she comes out. We were here for a goon time, not a long time. Exactly, Nick. Yeah. And yes, if you're coming in the live chat for sympathy, you have your priorities. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. As a man, I think you would go and support your family. That would be my priority. Like if I had an aunt that recently passed, I would be concerned for, my uncle if he's still here, or cousins and things like that. Um, that would be my first concern. Not going on to YouTube, some random live chat going boo, like I need a shout out. Somebody call my name. If I don't hear my name, I'm not gonna feel right. Nobody's saying your name, dude, because nobody likes you. That's horrible. I shouldn't say that. That's how I get myself into trouble. Seriously though, he's not wrong. Feels like you're fishing. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't. I mean, that's just the way it is, man. I don't know. I had to learn how to read people. It's a survival skill. If I'm going to bring you on a tandem skydive, I got to figure you out within like 10 to 15 minutes. Like, how do you react? How are you thinking? How's this going to work out? Or are you going to try to make this my last skydive? You know what I mean? Am I going to be unalived? Am I going to bounce because you freak out? So, yeah, so I have to like pick up on things, like the sociopaths, the narcissist, the macho tough guy. Yeah, you got to pick up on that stuff, man. And the most dangerous one is the macho tough guy. He is by far the most. He is the highest danger to the tandem instructor. He's the guy that, oh yeah, sure, man, I can do no problem, man, and always talking tough. But yeah, they're the ones that when when the wheels leave the ground, when you're taking off, they start sweating. Their heart rate goes up 20-30%. And that's the way it's. And then as we get closer to jump run, it increases again. And then, yeah, when we finally hit jump run, when the door opens, that's when you know who yeah, you was BSing me, man. Your heart's about to jump out of your chest. It's like 170, 180. This isn't healthy for you. Gotta look at a job this morning. Oh, Pat, what kind of job you doing, man? Uh, Actually, Mark, wow, the coincidences that happen in this world are just insane. Because in came the man himself. Mark, this is a Spyderco Sage 5C carbon fiber. And how did I choose it? I didn't. I didn't have a folding knife, and I couldn't afford one. So my man Pat sent me this one. So now I have a folding knife. It's a great folding knife. And yeah, I EDC this. This is one of my special knives. Simba, good morning. How are you doing? What is that? Scissors? The this is a folding knife we were talking about. Yeah, that's the Leatherman Raptor folding shears. Yeah. Oh, nice. So yeah, some little demolition work. Nice. Yeah. So yeah, Mark, this is yeah, the spider. I'm gonna end up getting another Spider Co. Pat's an awesome enabler, and as are most of us. We're not gonna lie. We're definitely a group of enablers here. Like you should definitely get the good stuff. Yeah, we're a bunch of like quality over quantity type people. So But yeah, great knife, man. I've been I think like I've had this like 7 months, 8 months. It's great. Really good edge retention, and I use it for all those EDC tasks. I also carry a fixed blade EDC as well. Yeah, I'm digging the spider codes, man. I've definitely enjoyed it. Not gonna lie. Especially this is my first carbon fiber, and I like I'm not a gram weenie, so it's not like I saved 3.2 grams on it. I like the texture. It has like a natural grip to it. And these were my first carbon fiber scales, and so which ended up with this the Phobos Calcula carbon fiber scales. This was given to me by Eric Hansen. This was his EDC knife. So yeah, those of you that don't know, Eric Hansen is the owner of Phobos Knives. I've known him since like 2019, but yeah, he hooked me up with this beauty. And same thing, yeah, I love carbon fiber now. If I could get carbon fiber, it's so much prettier outside of the sheath. We should just. But the odd part is, if I don't put the sheath in, eventually somebody asks about like what sheath does it come with, or what about the sheath? But it's so much prettier out of the sheath. Oh yeah, you won't be disappointed on these. The Raptor shears. Being a skydiver, I'm a huge fan of the hook knife. Love hook knives. I use them a lot. Um, yeah, these things are great. I don't know why everybody does the ruler thing. Like, I don't know. I don't always understand that. Got to do a little cleaning of the tools, my man. I did. I cleaned my tier 1 BC though, just for you guys. Ironically, the part that I thought I would never use, I thought was the most useless feature. It's got a ring cutter on it, right? Everybody, there we go. How do you do that with the hand and cut my thumb off? Yeah, but I actually use the ring cutter. Like I thought I would never use the ring cutter. Like who actually uses the ring cutter, right? But yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft, something was going on. She had a swollen finger, and she was like, "Yeah, I cut her ring off. It was awesome." And then I paid to have it fixed. But does a Yon actually use? Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm asking. But maybe somebody does, because I thought that about the ring cutter. Like, who actually uses the ring cutter, right? Maybe some paramedic or something. One of those type of emergencies. But on an everyday level, like, who's using the ring cutter? So maybe somebody's using the ruler. I don't know. They do that on these things, or maybe this one doesn't have it. Now that I'm going to be a fool. I've owned this tool for years. I don't even know if there's a ruler, because I don't look to a multi-tool for a ruler, man. I'm not sure. I usually have like some type of tape measure, like a little Milwaukee or something like that thrown in there. If I'm going to be, like trying to build some bushcraft and stuff, like measure twice, cut once. So I usually have something like that. Actually, I saw a titanium one somewhere, but we'll get to that someday. But yeah, isn't there's a ruler on this thing? Yeah, it's on the inside here, which makes it even more use. Well, no, maybe you could. Yeah, there's a ruler here. I guess. Yeah, you've got standard and metric. Huh? Go figure. I thought I only had one. I don't know, but like I said, no, I never use a multi-tool to measure. I have a spider code, broke the tip off being too rough on it, and now I have a little bit of a flathead screwdriver. Not ideal though. Hey Mark, if you talk to some of the guys that do a lot of sharpening, they can like regrind the. I don't know how much of the tip is gone, but they can like regrind the blade so it looks normal. I've seen that a bunch of times. It might be a little oddly short, but hey, not everybody's gifted. Um, but yeah, you might be able to find somebody that can like regrind it into a point. Unless you like the flathead feature, then rock on with it. I would. So, but at least you didn't need to go to the hospital. I saved my wife's life a little while back. She severed her artery. two tendons and a nerve when she fell with a bottle in her hand. Slapped them tourniquet. Yeah, tourniquets, right? You gotcha. Autocorrect again. Autocorrect just got Simba. And cue the rain. Thanks, Tom. Oh, it's right in here. It hurts. Yeah, my bad. Hey, at least it's not a drought, right? I think we had flood warnings again though. We get flood warnings here like 2 3 times a week lately. We've had weeks where it rained like 6 out of 7 days. Yeah, I don't mind the rain either. Not I don't care much for the rain up north, up here. Like New England, that area, because it's always cold. Like it's cold when it rains. Like you get cold. But when you're down south and like I'm out cycling and a thunderstorm goes through, I love it. It's like engine coolant for cyclists. It just rinses all that nasty sweat and everything off of you. But yeah, yeah, guys, and I did clean up. Look, see how shiny the wax is and everything. This knife was looking nasty. I almost dropped it too, but I don't want to. I just want to keep pushing the edge. Yeah, we cleaned it up, did the wicked wax. It's all pretty again. And somebody's gonna jump in and be like, "Dude, you never use your knife. Would you get that from Timu?" I seriously need to get something from Phobos. Yeah, Nick, you do, man. In fact, thanks to you, one of my fellow enablers, I've looked at TCal several times, and down the road, I'm gonna when I can wait the 3 to 6 months, and I've got some other things situated. Yeah, man, I am looking at the because I always got to do the piggyback thing. I'm looking at the Sapper, and then I'm gonna piggyback the Raider. I don't know if you're familiar with those two. And yeah, what is the measure? I can't remember. I think the Raider's like 7 1/4 or something. Um, yeah, yeah, Mark, I know how that is. I wanted to send it in, but I've grown fond of it. Haven't been through so much. I like the flathead feature, but the blade itself is too wide to really get to the screws at times. Yeah, man, I've got gear like that that's like so has man, I've got a bicycle that sits here. I don't even use anymore. But it has such sentimental value. It sits there on a stand, and it'll never get used again. I cracked the frame. I proudly cracked the frame. It's not like the piece of shit cracked. No, I rode that thing hard for a decade, and I cracked the frame. So it kind of sits there as a monument, a tribute to the yeah that was the most free decade of my life. I like their smaller stuff, but I want the V3 FLN bad. Yeah, I don't think I'll have to look that one up, Nick. The V3 FLN. Yeah, yeah. But the two I'm looking at for sure is the Sapper, and it's in like the tier one BC size, and then the Raider, which I think is in the tier one mini size. Cause dude, I gotta piggyback everything. Like two is one is none. That's just how I roll. Always have. Oh yeah, we'll bust out those. We'll bust out some piggyback knives today. Yeah, the this is my current favorite piggyback setup. This would be my go-to for sure. But yeah, this is what I would do with two T-cals. Although I think I would have to get custom kydex made or something. I'm not sure how mountable their stuff is. What you got going on, son? We could just move stuff out the way. I guess you know how long it takes to set these things up sometimes? It's kind of like it takes a minute, dude. It takes a second to get rid of it though. Yeah. Oh, where's my flashlight? There it is. You can never have enough of these, man. The little AAA flashlights. I'm a huge fan of the single cell AAA flashlights. Smooth feeder GI Joe. Where do you get GI Joe, man? GI Joe is cool. You come in here. This is Gen X, man. We don't care. Like I love GI Joe. I had the aircraft carrier. I had the Cobra attack helicopter. I had everything, man. Well, I'm not GI Joe, man. I'm a cupcake commando. Get it right. Oh, okay. So bigger is better. Where'd that damn ferrocium rod go? G.I. Joe is G.I. crazy. G.I. wished I'd joined the Navy. Goddamn gun bunny singing again. Yeah, this is a we should put this one in the center. My tier 1C. This is a custom set by Eric Hansen. This is the one I got off of he made this for me in 2019. And this was my intro to Phobos Knives. And then came the tier 1 BC and the tier 1 mini mini. But before that, I had the this is slim, but yeah, this is the Spartan Blades Enyo. Pow. Kind of like, it's a little bit small though, you know. It's very utilitarian, but you know, it's doesn't fit the bill a lot of times. And this is the Horkos. Both of these are an S35 VN. And yeah, I don't have any of my older knives. They've been gone for years. But I used to do the same thing with I had the Gerber LMF and the BMF back in the day. And I can't tell you, I can't remember which one, but one of them had the Gerber flick out multi-tool, and the other one had a Gerber Gator piggybacked on. I was like, it's such a great piece of real estate, you know, on your gear to really get going. Oh no worries, Smooth here. We have fun with it, man. Yeah. Uh, I don't. I had Action Man, and I can remember a time he was dating my big sister's Barbie doll. I think. Yeah, man. I think my cousin's Evil Knievel was dating your sister's Barbie doll too. That's funny. Well, yes, I need a double scabbard now. Too cool. Yeah, it is. Man, and you know, like typically I like to use a smaller knife for like just simple stuff. Like, you know, if I got to cut some cordage, you know, it's great. You can, because I used to treat some of my WD-40 and other stuff that you wouldn't want to get on your food. So, yeah, keeping your knife clean, you know, that you want to use for your food, small tasks, things like that, you know, cutting a little fishing line, some paracord, or, you know, maybe doing some shavings or something like that, you know, like shaving some fat wood or something, maybe some light feather sticking. It's all good, but then your big knife is the meat and potatoes. That's what you're gonna do the work with. If you got any like notching or something, you got to do batoning. And the number of knives that fail the baton test now is just outrageous. Um, yeah, and this is there's nothing fancy going on here. Like there's no custom leather work, if that makes sense. Um, the leather sheath for the Tier 1 BC is like an add-on. It's an option. It comes standard with Kydex, and it's the Kydex is really well done. But if you're, you know, in the leather, this is the way to go. It had well, it still has it. These were originally intended as scout straps. This strap was up here, so all I did was move the scout strap down. There's another set of grommets above the lower one, and then I threaded the two scout straps through the belt loop on the Tier 1 Mini Mini sheath. And the Tier 1 Mini Mini does come with this sheath. Comes with the leather sheath. So that's all I did was just relocated one of the scout straps, fed it through. Here's a man. This is a P51. I always got like one or two or three of these around here. I gift them out occasionally too. But yeah, that's a great place to store it. Is tucked back in your sheath somewhere. I think I took this one out. Yeah, because I took the paracord off. I took it out at the same time, I think. But yeah, I usually have a P51, not to be confused with a P38 can opener in there as well. But yeah, I've been doing the piggyback forever. And so yeah, I think with if I were to do a T-Cal build, from what I've seen so far, you know, I might see it a little differently once after a little research. But yeah, I think the Sapper as a large knife, and then the Raider piggybacked. I think that would be a great little combo. Probably some custom kydex in with that. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Yeah, any type of small cutner where you know like too much blade's gonna get in the way because that could happen. Very cool stuff. So yeah, so that's how man I've been running my knives like that since like '93. Before, yeah, '93 about that. And yeah, I had the knives that had the little sharpening stone pocket on the front. But how many people have broke those sharpening stones? I know I broke a few. Like you just got to drop it, lands the right way, and the stones break. So I'm really excited about the steel plates, the diamond plates. So yeah, if you're gonna run steel, then that's the way to go. Might be a little rough, you know, sharpening something large like the tier 1C. This is CPM 3V, so it'll still sharpen up nicely. But yeah, just yeah, it'll work. But yeah, that's Phobos Knives tier 1C. Yeah, those tines, man, they were like 1 inch wide by like like 3 inches long or something. Yeah, they were only like man, like 3/8 of an inch thick at most. And yeah, they had a little pocket. That and the other spot I saw it was my grandfather had a kukri with like two mini knives, matching mini knives attached to it. I always thought that was cool. I think yeah, I kind of like I was looking to do a modern version of it at one point through Extrema Ratio. They've got a kukri and they got a couple little like Necker style knives. Mark, I like the CPM 3V is what I like for stuff like that. Like yeah, for batoning and stuff like that. Yeah, I think CPM 3V is definitely better than D2. It's kind of like a happy medium. It's not ridiculous to sharpen, but still has great edge retention. This tier 1C is CPM 3V. And I specifically got this knife for light chopping and batoning and things like that. That's exactly why I wanted this knife. He had a bigger one, the MKB9, and it was pretty much the same knife, but like 2.5 inches more blade and a little bit more girth to it or width, belly, whatever it's called. You know, the blade was wider, but I haven't been able to get one. Uh, Last time I saw one for sale, I found one on eBay. I used one on eBay for $900, and I want to say they were like 345 for the MKB9 at the time. But yeah, they're sold out. He did have one steel. I was talking to him about making one, but I have no idea where that's went. I haven't talked to Eric in a little while now. I'll probably give him a ring soon. I know he was busy with Blade Show and all that, and I haven't had much going on. So yeah, but that's typically how I do the knives. Oh yeah, yeah. We should the digging tools, right, Nick? Yeah, we're gonna have to shift again. We can do that. Yeah, I got the digging tools, man, is a company out of New Jersey. So another made in the USA. Um, the company is called Predator Tools. Like I said, they're out of New Jersey. Straight up mom and pop shop. The guy is awesome. Real pleasure to talk to. Yeah, Mr. Leshy and his wife Pam. There's number one, and there's number two. We'll just So the first one is it's a little bit more basic. This is the Model 85C, and this is their military hand digging tool. It's blacked out. It's great, well made. Um, yeah, it's stamped right in the front there. USA Predator Tools. It's got their little logos numbered. So yeah, this one was made in 2024, number 197, made in the USA. Yeah, it's serrated along the side. So this is going to be great for cutting roots. These are used by a lot of like metal detector people, but they're also used by like military EOD and recovery units as a hand digging tool. Great all around tool. And these have been tested. They've been in business 30 years. George Leshy has been making these things, so you're buying right from the original guy. This is a project I'm doing with a sheath. I want to get a Kydex sheath done, and then so I can mount this pouch to the front of it. And this is just going to be you can use it for whatever. You could use it for starting, like fire starters. I plan to use it for like you can put some individually wrapped wet wipes in there, because no job is finished until the paperwork is done. You need the shit tickets. Whatever else, there's some other stuff you can throw in there. Work in progress. Another one of our projects. But this one is the Model 75C Crusader. And same thing. This was made in 24. This is number, I think it's 574 altogether. It says for digging use only, but hey, I think that's more of a recommendation. But yeah, these things are great for, man, even like all kinds of stuff. The obvious, like digging a cat hole and stuff, might be a little overkill, but definitely better than those little tiny handle things. But yeah, you could use this like digging up bait if you're going to do some fishing. Um, Dakota fire hole if you're running a Dutch oven or something, you can use this to scoop some coals up. And this is one of those things like why use your knife to dig? Like get a proper digging tool. If you're out there doing stuff, it definitely doesn't hurt. The Model 75C Crusader is a little bit bigger in the handle, and that's as you can see here, and that's because the end piece comes off comes off on screws. There's a compass in the bottom. So instead of having it on the outside where it gets hit and cracks and breaks, it's on the inside. So if in that extreme survival emergency situation. And then I've got a bunch of those little tabs in here. The like expandable toilet paper tabs. You could use those for other things as well. These are kind of like they're mesh. They're kind of weird. But I think they'd be awesome for pre-filtering water, things like that. Instead of cheesecloth, you could use this, and they carry a little bit better. So yeah, you could use these for pre-filtering your water. You can use them for, random cleanup, whatever you got to use them for. And I do believe, yeah, we fit like 9 of them in here. And they're these little tabs. The couple drops of water, they start to expand those things. So yeah, the hand digging tools, made in the USA. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Mark. Yeah, it's a hori hori on steroids. That's what it is. And they're really good. And George Leshy is like I said, awesome stand up company. They stand behind their product. Yes, I even got to talk to his wife Pam, and she is awesome as well. Real pleasure to talk to deal with, you know, and it's nice putting money back on the U.S. economy. So that's a huge perk, in my opinion. And yeah, so these are the two. They have like a basic model. I didn't get that one because I figured I don't know why I just didn't. But yeah, so the basic model I think is like $40. This model is 50, and the Model C is 85, and that's all the milling and the hollowed out handle and the compass and all that built into it. So you get it's a pretty good deal. What is your opinion on a great surf fishing knife? I've always just bought the cheap knives at the counter at a tackle shop. Man, I think part of it has to do with the coating. Because I use my Spartan Blades Horkos down in the Keys, down in Florida all the time. Yeah, that I EDC'd that thing, and the Frike. And so I think between having a stainless steel like the F35 VN and having a good coating, everything down in the Keys rusts, but I never had a problem with my knives rusting. And I use them cleaning fish, doing all that stuff. But yeah, keep them clean, keep them well coated. I'm sure that Phobos Knives would stand up great down there. They've got a great PVD coating along with stainless steel. Good morning, Skeeter. How you doing? Welcome to the chat, brother. Oh yeah, the matte looking one. If you like this one, give it some time. The this one here is eventually getting shipped down to Burkle Cerakote, and we're gonna Cerakote this. We're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna pimp my kit. There's gonna be some some tactical bling bling going on. Oh, Skeeter, these aren't nice, man. These are digging tools, brother. This is for digging the holes. Phobos Knives is Phobos, yeah. As I spell it, I'm trying to spell it for you, but I spelt it wrong. No, it's autocorrect. Yeah, yeah. If you don't mind, let Eric know you saw him here or something. If you decide to order one. Okay, Verk, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Getting caught up on the. Yeah, so the knives I had out earlier. Yeah, I had these for like more than half of the decade I spent bike touring. I carried these three knives. I also had a folder, the ZT0200 that I carried, and a SOG multi tool, which broke. Rock City Prepper. Those are hand digging tools. But yeah, it I would get something like this, but with the The Calcula is like a surf knife, maybe. But I would get the PVD coating for the corrosion resistance, or you can get the satin finish, and I would get it Cerakoted. This one is eventually getting Cerakoted. This is going to be an ODM black set. Um, one of the 8,000 projects we've got going on here on the channel. But yeah, these are both hand digging tools from Predator Tools out of New Jersey. But yeah, this is the Model 85C, the military hand digging tool, and it's solid. It's got a nice, comfortable. You know, if you're digging, you can. That's what these are here for. It gives you something to press on when you're digging more. Kind of like you know, you'd have the sides of a shovel to put your feet on or foot. Same thing with this. You can work that. Nothing fancy about the handle though. It's comfortable, all that good stuff. But yeah, and this is the Model 75C Crusader. And like I said, this one's gonna get Cerakoted. But the guy does awesome work. Like I said, a lot of people that use metal detectors use these, as well as military EOD and recovery teams. I'm surprised they're not more popular in the bushcrafting outdoor community. I know the Graham Weenies are going to tweak about it because they want some like little curve. Like I've used those little cat hole tools. Man, most of them suck. They dig in your hand. Like you got to put a glove on to work the tool to dig a hole. Like, and I don't know, man. If it's number 2 time, I don't want to be messing around. I'm fast, efficient. Let's get this over with. I'm here for a reason, not a season kind of deal. But yeah, this is the cool part. Like I said, you could put whatever you wanted in the handle. I just find it entertaining to put those little expandable towelette things in there. Like I said, if it fits like 9 of these, like kapow right in the hole. You gotta, yeah. But it fits like 9 of these, and that way there you've always got them in. Like I said, multi-purpose. You could use this to pre-filter water, and then yeah, if part of your pouch kit, if you had a little bit of fire stuff going in here, yeah, you could pre-filter your water with one of these in the handle, have some fire stuff in there, and you could get a fire going, boil your water, do what you need to do, or you could just load this up with like dude wipes, things like that. Yeah, they're really cool, man. And like I said, you know, as far as field testing and stuff like that goes, George Leshy's been making these for 30 years. He's fine tuned the thing. Yeah, they've done plenty of field testing on them. So it's a proven product for sure, and the quality is great. The sheets could use some improvement. I did kind of talk to him about it a little bit. If I had sewing machines, I'd whip him up a couple prototypes or something. And if he wanted to, he could have them produced or something. But unfortunately, man, if I had sewing machines right now, I'd be building stuff for that chest rig. But yeah, so then you get into, you know, like everybody talks about the trifecta bushcraft. Yeah, trifecta bushcraft knives. I think this is the tool that everybody leaves out because everybody's got their knife. Whatever their favorite knife is, rock on with your knife. You know, I totally agree with that. Then the other thing is a saw. Here, I'll put these in a kind of. So I'm gonna rewrite the bushcraft trifecta and call it the quadfecta because this is what everybody calls the trifecta. You know, maybe not the second knife, but everybody's like, you got to have a hatchet, you got to have a knife, and you got to have a saw. But I'm not digging holes with my $200 Granfors Brooks wildlife hatchet. I'm not digging holes with my $350 Phobos knife. I'm not digging holes with my Silky saw because I just don't want to look the fool. So all you know, and these will do just about everything you need, just about. But that's the one thing I think everybody forgets. You need something like you're gonna dig something. You know, whether you're messing with a fire pit, whether it's a cat hole, whether you're digging for bait, whether you know, Yeah, you're gonna dig. Like it's a digging tool, and I don't want to screw up my good tools. Like the right tool for the right job. A hatchet's a choppy thing. The knife is the pokey slicey thing. The saw is it does saw stuff. But you need a damn digging tool, people. So yeah, so that's the that's my thing on that. So here we have the Quadfecta of the bushcraft tools. Yeah, minimal. And beyond it, like I consider all this like belt size stuff. And then the next level is where you're gonna start, your backpack stuff. That's where I'm gonna put like a silky, a big boy, and probably like a small forest axe, Scandinavian, probably a small forest axe. I'm not a huge axe person. Like usually saws do a better job than a hatchet or an axe in my experience, for what I do. So yeah, that would be that's the thing there. So and then yeah, on top of that, man, I would definitely say you need a multi tool because you must, right? I need a bigger space, and I got to start reevaluating how I do these so we can get more of this stuff. But yeah, and then but that's heavy, and my answer is stop being a sissy. That's that's how you handle that. Predator Tools has a digging tool called Sparky that I thought was pretty cool, but weight does become an issue at some point. Personally, I don't like carbon fiber, but it makes sense. Yeah, carbon fiber in the right place at the right time, and there are times I hate carbon fiber. I will never in my life again buy a carbon fiber bicycle. Never. They barely last 3 years at best. Yeah, it sucks for that. I would rather have like aluminum or titanium or go back to chromoly steel. I will accept the weight for the durability and the strength. That's me in a nutshell. But yeah, IFAC med bag. Yeah, Nick, they do make titanium frames and they make custom titanium frames. Yeah, that's oh, stop being a tease, Nick. Yeah, someday, man. Maybe. That is true and very well spoken. You need the right tool for the right job. There's a reason I have $50,000 worth of mechanic tools in my garage. I work on a lot of cars. Gotta have tools. Yeah, desert driven, exactly, man. And same thing as a parachute rigger. We have very specific tools, and you gotta have the tools, and they all cost a lot of money. Yeah. To set up a solid rigging loft, you're talking the same vicinity, like 40, $50,000. Especially when you get beyond when you get into industrial grade sewing machines that are of quality that can lay down some good stitches. Yeah, you're gonna spend $50,000 on a rigging loft, and yeah, you don't want to use your zigzag machine like a bar tacker because it's just not the same. It looks the same, and a lot of places will trick you. But I'll tell you if they're using a bar tacker, they're just making it look like one. I bought an XR one wheel, still haven't figured it. Oh, is that one of those little the electronic ones where you're like standing on each side of the wheel? There's like a foot platform on each side. Is that what you're talking about, Nick? Where'd my beverage go? So yeah, so I think that's the new. I'm gonna do a short on that. What do you guys think of the Quadfecta, the Bushcraft Quadfecta, the ultimate survival extreme situation kit? I don't know. We haven't had one of those come in here in a while. What's what's your extreme survival kit? If you could only bring three things, dude, three things. Are you kidding me? I got more than three things in my pocket at a time. I really do too. I usually carry a folding knife, kapow. I carry a Bic lighter in an Exotac fire sleeve. I don't even put my keys in my pocket. That goes in my backpack. I've sure spent more, but 50K is a rough estimate. Having the proper tool is great to have. Yeah, man, I always agree. It sucks trying to do something with the wrong tool, and and there's no point in ruining a good tool. I mean, like if you must, you must. In that extreme survival situation, if you have to dig a hole with a hatchet, then you must. But here in the real world, where we're not on the Discovery Channel, yeah, you can carry the right tool. That's one of the perks to bike packing or bike touring, whatever they call it. Like if you put a bunch of crap on your bike, whatever you want to call it, but you can like fit twice as much crap on your bike, on your mountain bike, and get to the same place typically than you can with a backpack. That's one of the perks. Like man, I love having a fresh set of clothes every day. Like if you've been backpacking and you're like, oh, the backpack weighs a lot, no, so you take stuff out and you're like, well, I'll just, I'm camping. Who cares if I stink? It doesn't matter. But there's something to be said for putting clean clothes on when you're dirty. So yeah, you can carry substantially more on a bike than you can, uh, you know, I try to pack accordingly, bring the stuff I actually need. Yeah. Yeah, Nick. Yeah, bring the stuff you actually need without like try not to overpack, but I don't know. It used to be less of an issue, and I'm actually going to go out on a limb here, and oh, here I go. I'm going to upset a bunch of people, but I'm blaming the Gram Weenies for all of the unnecessary fatalities and stuff going on. Because yeah, it's all ultra light, man. My 7 day pack only weighs 4.7 pounds. But now I'm going sockless, so it weighs 4.6 pounds. Like yeah, I mean like don't carry like excessively. Like yeah, you're gonna wear yourself out with a 100 pound pack, but don't sacrifice like safety equipment, things like that. They were like 2 weeks ago over in Mount Katahdin, Maine. A father and daughter were unalived from exposure, which basically means hypothermia. Right. It was around like it was the first week of June. So first week of June in Maine. Yeah, people pass basically from hypothermia from exposure, but if they had the right gear, they'd probably still be here. If they had the just simple something simple here, uh, like two space blankets and a couple of hand warmers, bam, those people would still be here today, guarantee it. But everybody's all like, "Oh no, you can do that." They'll even like minimalist the water. Like I'll find water along the way. Like I'm only gonna carry this 8 ounce cup. Like who does that? Why? Like I think it's like the long term effects of soy. Like that stuff's gone too far, and you just like I get like a lot of people say like the more experience you have, the less tools you need. Kind of true, but at the same time, if you have a lot of experience, you are going to have the tools you need. And comparing yourself to some like some guy that was he was a green beret for 87 years, and all he carries is a sharpened spoon. Well, okay, good for him, man. The rest of the world isn't like that. Yeah, there's no yeah, bring the essentials, like go back to basics. And if you think that you're that good that you don't need to bring the basics, you might want to rethink what you're doing. I mean, yeah, in skydiving, like complacency is a huge thing. When you start thinking you're good enough that you're not going to bounce, you should probably like hang up your jump rig, put your googles away and googles, whatever, and go find another hobby. If you think if you're gonna skip the basic stuff, if you're not doing your checks of threes and this, that, and the other thing, um, I don't need an altimeter to skydive. Although you shouldn't really. I mean, if you're the kind of idiot that jumps out of an airplane and doesn't remember to open your parachute, the food chain doesn't need you. Yeah, like we need to take that person out of the gene pool. In fact, I used to petition in skydiving that nobody should have an altimeter until they get 500 jumps, because if you jump out of a perfectly good airplane and can't remember to open your parachute before you hit the ground, the gene pool, we don't need you. And the altimeter comes into more play when you're setting up like high performance landings, things like that. But people would be like, dude, there's something not right with you. And be like, and you just figured that out. So yeah, right tool for the, and bring what you want. I mean, if you're, I don't know, it's just, it's weird the way the mentality is. Like, I've met a whole bunch of people from like, like bike packing is nothing more than the Graham Weenie version of bike touring. They like minimalize the entire kit, broke it down to like, oh, how light we need a Dynama tent, Dynama stuff sacks. We're only gonna bring two pairs of socks. We're just, one outfit. We'll just shower and whatever. I don't get it, man. I don't. But that's all. Bike packing is just the Graham Weenie version of bike touring. They changed the bags a little bit. They got that ugly saddle bag. Like, hey, it looks like it's horrible. It does. Those bags that come off the back of the saddle, those giant ones, looks like you're riding. It looks like you just taking a big old turd. I'd rather be comfortable while I'm camping. Yeah, yeah, Nick. And it's like the saying goes, I'd rather thrive than just survive. Like, man, and anybody, there's a decent amount of people in here now. Has anybody ever heard of anybody surviving off of an Altoid tin survival kit? Or was that just some like that was a trend that went on during the Chinese AIDS? I think that's what that was. I don't think like has anybody survived off a survival kit. Even man, if you do your research, my grandfather on my father's side was a helicopter pilot in the army. And so I got his old the Henry survival kit and everything like that. But part of even that, like they're assuming like because you're the aviation survival kits, not only do you have the stuff that's in your jumpsuit, but you have the stuff you landed with. That parachute is your cover. You cut the lines off and there's all your cordage. I mean that's the popularity behind 550 cord. So even that basic like the what a pilot carried in their jumpsuit was not their entire survival kit because it was assumed if you've ejected, you landed with a parachute. And if you didn't land without a parachute, we're not worried about your land. You're not really doing anything anymore. Um, my next investment is a comfortable camp chair. Oh, Snuckamo, get the Helinox chair, man. They're good. They're real good. I've had yeah. We'll bust that out. Why not? Um, yeah. Here's my old one. This is the Helinox Chair One, and bike toured with. I carried this chair like I don't know, like 5 or 6 years or something. When I finally broke down and got a chair, I had a lot of flat tires, man. I was sick of sitting on the side of the road changing flat tires. It was like really getting under my skin. I don't know why. I thought I was a better person than that. But when you've had like 3 or 4 flat tires in a day, it really pisses you off. And so to like counter the anger monkeys, I'm like, well, I'll make it a relaxing time rather than being stressful and I got to change the tire and get back on the road. I decided to make it into like a relaxing event, like so changing out my tire, changing out the tube was relaxing. So I got the Helionox Chair One, and when I got a flat tire, before I did anything with the flat tire, I would set up my chair and grab my water bottle, sit down for a minute, and come up with a strategy of how I'm going to change this flat tire. It's either going to get patched, it's going to get replaced, one or the other. But yeah, man, these chairs are great. I did eventually end up bending one of the legs a bit. I don't even know. I think it's got to be put together. It's not like crazy bent, but and it was my own fault, man, because I was like on the side of a creek down in Florida. It was sandy, like wet sand, and I set it up, and it just I leaned back the wrong way or something. I didn't even notice it for a while. But yeah, this is man, this probably still got some Florida dirt in it. I know that there's a lot of knockoffs out there, man, but the knockoffs typically suck. I'm not a fan of, man, I hate knockoffs, really, I do. Like somebody came up and got a little Monster Drink sticker on there. That's what the cool kids are doing. I probably stuck it on there because I didn't want to be a litter bug. Um, is this it? There's a, I don't know, man. Oh, it's this one right here. And I never I don't know if we can see that. But there's a little, but like I said, that's my own fault, man. I used this for years, and then I put it on a sandy, wet beach, shoreline, not shore, but you know, like bank, river bank. Once more in Engledy. I just learned English this week, guys. Really. But yeah, they're awesome chairs, man. They're a little bit on the pricey side, but they're good company. They're actually Helinox is out of South Korea, if I remember right. Yeah, they're out of South Korea. God, I'm setting this thing up like you guys are actually gonna freaking see it. But yeah, that's the chair I would get. Now somebody's got a mess going on here. And the chair itself holds up good. It's got a little bit of fading in the, but man, it's sat out in the Florida sun sometimes and all that. Everything's well built. Like I've been through all the stitching on this thing. Everything is well built. But yeah, I liked it so much, man. And I didn't know what to do about it, but yeah, Miss Bushcraft talked me into buying another one. And I haven't put this one through as much use, but I'm not worried about it. I have field tested the shit out of the other one, and I'm more. I would get those. They got like Vibram ball feet, larger Vibram ball feet. I would get those to put on there to save it from that. Stokumo, I'll have to look them up. Yeah. And they make some other stuff too. They make like camp cots and like all like yeah. The chair one is just one of like I think maybe 5 or 6 different models. They've got some high back ones. They got some rocker ones. They've got really cool, some really cool, well made products. They've even got some kind of like field desk or something. I don't know, way beyond me, but oh yeah, Nick. There's yeah, I've been yeah, you guys. I'm a multicam junkie. I blame it on the channel Boondockery. If you guys haven't seen him, if you're a multicam, like he's like multicammed his Nalgene bottles, his cabinets and stuff. He does his own multicam paint jobs. Yeah, Rambozo, Rambo First Blood. uh, Guns and parachutes have a lot in common. If you need one, you don't have it. Hey, Desert Driven, there used to be a cool competition called the Shoot and Shoot. That was held in skydiving, and it was literally you would skydive into a shooting competition, which it sounds like you got an adrenaline rush when you land. So I don't know. I used to do pretty well at it. It was a informal activity. It was more for the barbecue. But yeah, when you mentioned the pew pews in the skydiving, yeah, man, it was called the Shoot and Shoot. So you fly your parachute and then have a shoot. Nick, they do make some like run flat style stuff. Um, but I never had much luck with it. I think it's just part of the game, man. If you're gonna do the cycling thing, you're gonna sit on the side of the road changing flat tires every once in a while. Just part of the experience. You think a 100 man can't stop them? Not hell, you need the army. Oh yeah, and good times are had by all. Trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm not figuring that out. What's everybody drinking this morning? Everybody got the bean juice going and stuff, or yeah, I got up early, man. I went. Yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft had to get up early, so I got up, had some coffee with her. We went through the coffee, so I just went straight to cracking a can, man. I didn't have it in me to make a second thing of coffee. Hell heck, some poo poo juice. John's drinking. John, I once tried snorting coke, but ice cubes got stuck in my nose. I don't know what all the hype's about. Um, Good luck with that. Oh, give me my mean coffee. I'm about to. I got up and fixed the toilet this morning. Adam's on top of his game. That's got to be rough, man. I was fixing the toilet on a Sunday morning, and there's I don't know, not the way I would want to start my day. Yeah, Monster Energy and a cigar, definitely. Man, I haven't had a cigar now in years. I might have to put that in the plan at some point. I once ate a fully corn dog on a New Year's. Won't be doing that again. Yeah, yeah, Charlie, you learned the first one on that one. Just don't fix the toilet. Let it pile up. That's what a man. This isn't India, man. We maintain our plumbing. Like toilets is important. Oh yeah, Nick, I love a good stogie. Yeah, I do too, man. I was spoiled years back. I had some really good stogies. I went to this like a Italian what was it? It's like a smoke shop kind of bar. Like they had Italian import beer and a lot of fancy cigars, man. And I had some really fancy cigars there. And then that's like then you realize the cheap cigars suck. You know, it's like the problem with owning a Corvette is you'll never want to own a Chevette. You know, it's like the same thing. That's like with knives. You know, like yeah. And well, once you've driven a Corvette, you don't want a Chevette. And once you've had a nice quality knife that you don't have to sharpen every other cut. You kind of don't want to downgrade. So yeah, I'm not even sure what category of knives I'm in. I think they're like mid techs or something. Like I'm okay. I'm okay paying like 3 to 500 for a good size fixed blade. I'm fine with that. Like in that category, like the upper echelon steels, the S35, S45 VNs, Magna Cut, stuff like that. I like the edge retention on those. I think they're well worth the money. And then once again, yeah, I would much rather buy. Actually, no, I can actually only buy U.S. made knives. Because I don't need that many knives. Not like I must have 500 knives. I really only have to have a couple few, maybe a couple extras. But I can most definitely find 100% of my knife needs through U.S. manufacturers. It's not like we were talking like, electronics and stuff like that. Like good luck, it's components or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're pretty much you're getting a lot of that stuff. Um, from Stroop knives. All us older guys. Chris, is that true? Like, man, I'm gonna run out and get me a box of stogies, man, because yeah, your testosterone starts to drop in your 40s and then in your 50s and stuff. So, what could possibly go wrong? Even CRKT, US, a good utility knock around. Yeah, man, I think there's a place for beater knives. There really is. Like, yeah, you don't. Yeah, there's just some depending on if it's a work knife, like if you're going and like doing like construction and stuff all day, yeah, you probably don't want to be bringing out like a $500-600 Hersey or something like that. Yeah, that's where those 40-50 dollar budget poker bangers, the best knife in the world today, knife. But I kind of and part of I like the quality of a knife. I like the fact that if my grandfather were still here and saw the knife that I was carrying, he'd be like, yeah, yeah. He would definitely approve. So that's I'm not looking for peer approval as much as I am like the approval of my grandfather or something. Yeah, yeah, or people that work around metal. Yeah, if you know you're in an environment where you're gonna destroy stuff. Yeah, in fact, that's when I would use a cheap parachute. Now there is a time and a place for a cheap second-rate parachute, and that time and place is if you're gonna do a base jump off a ridge and you're gonna, or even a cliff. If you're gonna have a water landing, yeah, it's unnecessary abuse on the gear. Water is horrible for nylon, parachutes and stuff like that. So yeah, just like yeah, there's a place for a cheap parachute. There's a place for a cheap knife, or economically viable. Because if you say cheap, people are like, "Oh, dude, I'm not cheap." It's like, no, really, we all are sometimes, and that's one of those times. I completely agree with that. But if you can get that cheap piece of crap knife that made in America, there's some inexpensive ones out there. Yeah, silky saws are the best. I use them for tree work for 10 years. I don't know the last time I needed one sharpened. Probably never. Yeah, yeah, Adam. I got my start with silky saws the same way doing arborist work. Um, but prior to that, I was doing what everybody else was doing with the Baco Laplander, and I just man, I one of our pilots was a world class arborist. He quit being an arborist to become a pilot. Being a pilot was his dream. Following in his father's footsteps, becoming an arborist was his father's dreams. So he had the opportunity in life to go get his pilot's license. He ended up working for us at Skydive, Long Island, and yeah, he ended up teaching me about arborist work. And having a background in, excuse me, guys. Having a background in rock climbing, when he told me he climbed trees, I kind of laughed at him. And then we talked some shop and blah blah blah, and we were talking about outdoor stuff, and he asked me what I use for a saw, and I showed him the Baco Laplander, and he laughed at me, and then he busted out a Silky Zubot, showed me what a real saw would do. Yeah, the Segoy's the bigger version, I think, of the Zubot, like the larger curved blade, fixed. Well, something went down the wrong way. Nothing a little crack in the can can't fix. Yeah, so that was, man, I don't know. Somewhere's like, man, 15 years ago or something, I got into silky saws. It was before the Canadian prepper started pimping them all over YouTube, that's for sure. Yeah, the Silky Zubot was my introduction to silky saws. I've used every silky saw on the market, including like the pole saws and stuff like that. Some of them I didn't buy originally. Like I would use somebody else's on the crew. It's not uncommon for a lot of the guys to carry a Pocket Boy 130 or 170, walking around doing a little like pruning shrubs and stuff like that. So yeah, and uh, different blades with different teeth size, tooth sizes. Um, yeah, this is the Outback edition. And the difference with the Outback edition, rather than the standard rubberized handle, um, yeah, rather than the standard rubberized handle, it's got like one of those modern cork things, almost like you'd find on like a Lecky trekking pole or something. And it's got good grip. It's really comfortable and stuff. I'm not too sure. I think the cork might be lighter than the rubber grip. It's hard to compare because I don't have a standard 240. This is a 210. The Outback is a 240. So if I had a standard 240, I could kind of weigh them up and say like, okay, is there a weight difference? Um, yeah, it kind of does look a little bit like Micarta. Yeah, Nick, it does. In fact, I even put the Wicked Wax on there. I put a nice hefty coating of Wicked Wax on there just to see how it would react. But yeah, probably should have cleaned this one a little better. What could possibly go wrong? One love. Now that's a knife. That's a knife. Piney Creek Outdoors. How you doing? Yeah, that is the Simple Shot Scud LT2. And man, I genuinely I love that slingshot. In fact, I'm most definitely eventually gonna get the pro version, the all metal, the CNC aluminum one, and that's gonna go to Burkle Cerakote. Yeah, I love this thing. It's got the little fiber optic sights on there. Kind of game changer for me. I know it's a sights on a slingshot. Love them or hate them. I think that's one of those deals. But I thoroughly enjoy this. Perfect slingshot for me at least. I'm just gonna get the aluminum version. I bought a cheap Walmart knife. I used that at work. It broke and sliced off the tip of my finger. Yeah, Chris, and that's why. Yeah, that's yeah. I bought a cheap Walmart knife. Used that at work. It broke and sliced off the tip of my finger. Yeah, yeah. When things go wrong, that's usually when accidents happen. That's when injuries happen. And yeah, gear failure is no joke. Trust me, I made a career out of fighting gear failure. That was one of my arch enemy. So, anybody got anything planned today? Anybody getting outside doing anything overly exciting, or? Yeah, what were we moving on to next? Yeah, we did the digging tools. We got that stuff. We did the chair. Kapow. Do you brew anything as a hobby, bushcraft? I'll be brewing and reseasoning my Dutch oven. No, I don't do any brewing. Not really much of a drinker these days. Yeah, I partied like a rock star for some of my skydiving years, so I try to behave a little bit now, treat my body a little better. So yeah, I kind of don't really drink anymore. So definitely not enough to brew anything. I'll have a social drink or something, a beer with the brother-in-law or something on Christmas or whatever, New Year, something like that. But other than that, no, I don't. And never was big on drinking. The problem I have with drinking is it dehydrates you, and I love cycling. So a good night of drinking would lead to a lousy day of cycling, and I'd rather have a great day of cycling than a lousy one. So yeah, for the most part, yeah, cycling kind of kept me out of that for quite a bit. But not to say I haven't tied one on more than a few times at the bonfire at a drop zone somewhere. Yeah, might even had a shower in vodka once or twice, but there's no proof. There's no video, so probably never happened. Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Finishing an addition we put on my aunt's house. Nice, nice. Yeah. You don't need alcohol to have a good time. And man, nothing good ever happens after midnight. If you're ever partying, be out of there by midnight. Nothing good happens after midnight. Little party advice for everyone. Um, yeah, that's um, yeah. But yeah, you go out and I don't know, kind of like people watching. You see people do some pretty stupid stuff when they're drinking, and you're just kind of like, I could do that. Oh yeah, Irish John. That goes without saying, man. Guinness for breakfast, Hennessy for lunch, right? I always would end up in jail. That got old. Oh, that sucks, Nick. Yeah, at least yeah, I've never ended up in jail doing that. But private airports and stuff. There's nobody really to bother. But yeah, I think one of the biggest things too, there's at least at the drop zone, there's always some like college age girl who drinks too much and then has to like it's the end of the world. She's crying and da 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 and something up with the boyfriend and something up with the dad, something up with this, something up with that. Have you ever seen those? The ones that like end up crying at a party. Like it's something simple, but the alcohol like exacerbates it to the point like you're like, really? Can this is like some grammar school level stuff. And they're done that. Yeah, John's got some great stories out dealing with the Guardia. The Guardia, as they say in Ireland, is the Irish police, the Irish law enforcement. Yeah, yeah, Nick, I'm the same way. I just I probably have more time now than I ever did, or a better situation if I wanted to sit down and drink. But yeah, I just don't. And man, everything I'm doing right now goes into this channel. So yeah, I wouldn't even go out and spend like what was it like 25, $30 for a decent case of beer nowadays. I don't even know. But yeah, yeah. Before I spend like $30 on a case of beer, I'm gonna spend $30 on like a Exotac Nano Spark to throw in with my cook kit. Yeah, yeah, Nick. I totally. That's what I was saying. Yeah, like a social beer or two, like at Christmas with the brother-in-law or something. And what's cool is we went to high school together. We partied a few times back in the day. And then yeah, I was gone so for 25 years, and, and yeah, actually, yeah, Pam's brother and I were friends in high school, and now I'm dating his sister. I'm with his sister. You know what I mean? Like, it gets a little awkward. Um, yeah, not always a bad habit, but yeah, things change. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Nick. It was the same way. Like, yeah, skydiving, man. When I finally stopped having to pay for all my jumps and I was getting paid, I'm like, what do I do with all this money? But yeah, yeah, if you've been hitting the bottle or kicking back a bunch of cans, yeah, it's amazing what you can do with the money. Like it adds up very quickly. Yeah, and yeah, it's great. Yeah, some people can handle it just fine. I agree with that. Other people, they're just not right in the head. Like there's a lot of people that can't handle the drinking game. That's what I was talking about. That was one of the things. Like skydive centers, we would always throw huge bonfires and parties and invite people to party afterwards and stuff. But yeah, there's always somebody who it's a drama fest. And you just that's the part I can't deal with. Like why, like like the main character of the show, the center of attention. Pack your bags. We're going on a guilt trip. Got a one-way ticket to a pity party. Come on board. Like it's like no, we're trying to have fun. Like bring your pity party elsewhere. Welcome, King and Marcus. Hello, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. Let me get caught up. The chat's kind of going here. Like a exactly, yeah, like a barracks bunny. Exactly. Yeah, man. Exactly like a barracks bunny. Yeah, nah. Like the village bicycle. Everybody's had a ride, man. Yeah, we had those problems in skydiving a whole bunch, man. Yeah, you got your barracks bunnies, man. You can tell like there are certain girls in skydiving. You can tell where they're at in their training progression towards their license by who they're dating. Whether they're dating a an AFF instructor or a tandem instructor. Well, it starts off with a tandem instructor, then you get into AFF, and then you get into coach jumps, and then guess what? You have to be signed off on your parachute packing skills by a rigger, so even the rigger gets a chance at that. But yeah, yeah, you can tell where certain girls are in their training based on who they're chasing after at the drop zone. What does the late bird get? What's happening, Slingburger? Welcome to the chat, man. How are you doing this morning? We're uh we're bringing this one to dark places today. Brother Jill attention is not a given. Colby Butterfield. Wow, hey, King and Marcus, man, what? You're a very demanding little fella, aren't you? All caps, say hi to me. What if I didn't want to? You all right, man? You having a good day? You need a hug? We might be able to hook you up. Somebody give one of those. How do you do that with the emojis or something? Somebody give him a virtual hug. Witness me. I am all that is man. I think it's two little guys. Yeah. Well then, hey man, this is an adult only 18 plus man. It said a thing, so stop lying on your account. Take a hike. Sorry, little man. Go play with somebody your own age. You know, just the adults play here. And you come in here barking at me, 14-year-old. You're just another punk cupcake commando keyboard warrior. Dude came in here thinking he was hot shit. He ain't cold pissing a Dixie cup, son. Now go on, boy. Go clean your room now. That's a. Who else enjoys saying that? I love saying that. Go clean your room. Like I was told it so many times growing up. Like not as many as my siblings, but fortunately, thanks to ODC, ODC, yeah, CDO, OCD. Yeah, my room's always clean. But yeah, something about being an adult, like that's one of the first questions I ask. Is your room clean? Yeah, mate. Go clean your room feels right. I have a sister too. I'm 19, bro. I still am not a grown man. You're a boy, bro. Colby, you have no clue what you're talking about, man. That's priceless. These arrogant little teeny boppers come here, flapping at the gums, lips flapping away, they typing like ninjas. Though these kids can type. That's about all they can do. They can't spell. They can't read. They can't write. They can't clean their room, but they can type fast. I need to condition my other goods today too. Oh wow. So how's everybody? How we doing on time? Does anybody know if is Grumpy Grunt going live today? Did we sort that one out yet? That's awesome. You shouldn't have to say anything different here than you would say to something in real life. Yeah, Colby. I'm a prior service dude, but has very little to do with me. Very short portion of my life. Well, actually, no, maybe not. Yeah, I guess I don't know, like 8, 10, 12 years depends on how you look at it. No, I was a professional skydiver, parachute rigger for most of my life. I started jumping in 1993. And I know I have a very military family, and I just have a logical, like old school way of thinking. And yeah, just some things grind my gears. It's 5:59 a.m. man. It's early. We're not here, man. You're out on the West Coast or something. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock here. Yeah, Nick, I wrote the book, but I had somebody help me with the big words, honest man. No, I want to try my hand with the Navy SEALs at one point, but my shoulders have weak joints. Well, then you ain't gonna make it, dude. Maybe lay off the soy, get some protein in you, eat some steak, go outside, climb a tree, do some stuff. Not and Call of Duty doesn't count. It says you ought to do for exercises for weak joints, Colby. I need to get MRIs done on my shoulders because I've done too much wrestling and trying my hand in MMA. Yeah, you don't want to do that, man. You don't want to break yourself before you go. You got to build yourself up. Like yeah, vitamins, minerals, yeah, proteins, exercise, resistance training. That's going to strengthen your tendons and stuff like that. Yeah, what else we got going on? Ah, that's what's up too. Is I'm physically strong, above average for a 150-pound guy. I lift weights and run. That's why I'm up to six. Up to six. Well, there you go, man. You got it figured out. Yeah, the shoulders is Oh, Pat, no way, really, man. That's a bummer, dude. Oh, yeah, the oh, that sorry to hear that, Pat. And it's on a Sunday too, man. I know Sunday's usually your chill day. Yeah, West Coast. Yep. I'm kind of. Hey, I don't know. I'm not going down the West Coast thing right now, man, because all the stuff going on in California, man. You got illegal people waving foreign flags, burning the U.S. flag. I'm still pissed about that. Like, man, everybody, do your part. Drop a dime if you can. Let ICE know where these people are at. Deport them, evict them, exile them, all that good stuff. Get rid of them. Ah, yeah, I've been out to Nevada. I lived out there for a little while. Boulder City, right outside Vegas there. I worked at Skydive Las Vegas, and man, working summers there sucks. It doesn't matter. Skydiving is a cool thing to do, but not in the desert, dude. It's too freaking hot, and you're landing in like a giant cat box. Like, it was nasty. And we were taking all the people from Vegas, and so they're you know something in their head said, yeah, we're gonna drink till like 5 o'clock in the morning, and gamble and drink, and then we're gonna go on a skydive at 8:30 in the morning. Like that was not well thought through at all. There was many people that tossed their cookies, man, and no empathy for me. Like no, like I feel bad if your stomach just couldn't handle it and you're tossing your cookies. Um, I can understand that, like, because it can be quite the ride. But if you was an ass drinking all night and then you show up to do your skydive, um, what I used to do is I used to have them unzip the front of their jumpsuit a little bit, and then hold their jumpsuit out and stick their head in. And I would have them vomit into their own jumpsuit because if they just try to vomit straight, it comes back and it could hit me as well. So, and I would help push their head down. That's horrible. But yeah, puke on yourself, man, not me. I'm from Reno originally. Nice, nice. Yeah, why is Boulder City scary now? Why is Boulder City scary? Because well, it used to be. I don't know. We're going back like holy crap, shit. I'm getting old. We're going back to like 2007. Yeah, 2000. The end of 2006, 2007. I was out there for the winter, and Boulder City wasn't too bad. What makes it freaky is because of Hoover Dam, they have this massive law enforcement budget. So like it's a small place respectively, but it has like three SWAT teams and like tons and tons of oh, homeless problems, man. Yeah. Dude, that's everywhere now. It wasn't I'm telling you, man, it wasn't even there 5 or 10 years ago. A lot of these places like they've caused so many people to go homeless. We should do like special courses like how to survive if you're homeless. Do a little research on that, survival 101 or something. All right, Adam, take care, man. Thanks for hanging out. We definitely we definitely appreciate you being here. Um yeah, pay attention for I'm going to put a community post at some point this week for time for a members live chat on Saturday. Yeah, that's man, that's one of the things around here. Like the homeless of like, wow, dude, it went from like some homeless people to like like so many. Like, it's crazy. Oh, right on, Adam. Yeah, man, looking forward to it. Yeah, I got to get the members going up and going now. Thanks to Irish John, we've got a bunch of members now. So yeah, I'm gonna try to put together that. But I just got to figure out how to make it so it's members only. Yeah, I haven't done those yet. I'm not sure if I got to go. I'll have it figured out by then. I want to get MRIs done on my shoulders because I'm pretty sure when I was sparring, I dislocated something in both of my shoulders. I know it's not rotator cuffs because I have full mobility. Uh, they just lock up mid throw. Yeah, I would definitely. I'd see a doctor about that. Yeah, they might be able to fix it with just like physical therapy, some exercises, corrective exercises and stuff. Yeah, I've had my fair share of injuries over the years. But yeah, man, I would definitely if you're trying to, pursue a military career and stuff, I would try to get that fixed because, oh, what is it now? 77% of Gen Z is not qualified to serve the military, according to recent statistics. So yeah, I guess they still have standards. There'll be no participation trophies. Although there might be, you never know. I don't know. It's gotten pretty woke over the past couple of years. Is Pat, you still in here, man? BNA? New England Sharpest, how you doing? Which part of New England are you at? Yeah, Pat, you know if Grumpy's going live? I know it's kind of early. It's only 9:08, but yeah, if anybody hasn't been to the Grumpy Grunt lives, yeah, he great guy, very relaxing, very mellow dude. Talk about the outdoor stuff. He's got a good knowledge of foraging and stuff too. That I do not have. I'm a basic forager. Like I'm a berries kind of person, you know. He does a lot of the advanced stuff. I'm not. I don't even forage for mushrooms because my like I'll just grab the wrong one someday. Yeah, but yeah, if you haven't caught Grumpy Grumps live, yeah, great guy. Lots of knowledge. Surprisingly, a lot of knowledge for being part of the Jarhead clan. But yeah, he was prior Marine, so yeah, Semper Fi from an Army guy. Robert Shack eating the wrong mushroom is a scary way to go. I know, doesn't it? Because it's not just even going to be like quick. It just seems like it's going to be something that's going to be painful and drawn out and take days and days. And you'll start with mild dehydration and you know, yeah, the wrong mushroom thing is oh yeah, I almost missed that one. Robert, that's accuracy is a skill set for the owner. There are people that are accurate with these things out like way further than I am, but I would say realistically, 30, 40, 50 yards, something like that, depending on the setup. Lot of variables in there, but yeah, I would say 30, 40 yards. My intent with it is like pocket size archery. There's plenty of guys out there that can get small game. So, squirrel, rabbit, pheasant, quail. I don't know. Chipmunk might be a little too small, but yeah, you could get that one meal shot. I do have a lot of archery experience. I can Robin Hood an arrow with a compound bow. So it's just a matter of changing the skill set to a pocket sized version. It's something I've been entertained with for quite a while, and great community. There's a lot of cool slingshot guys out there. The one thing I want to do is quit smoking in general, though. I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 13, and I started vape. Yeah, yeah, you definitely want to quit the smoking and stuff. Yeah, especially if you got to become like an endurance rock star, my man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, practice, practice, practice. Um, yeah, nothing a thousand jumps won't fix. Yeah, nothing a million views won't fix. Yeah, nothing a thousand jumps won't fix is something we used to say in skydiving because somebody would go out there, funnel a jump, screw it up, and we just don't worry about it. Nothing a thousand jumps won't fix because back in the day you can only practice your skydive like while you were skydiving you had like 40 to 60 seconds to practice whatever and not very long. You can go any other sport, hockey, soccer, football, tennis, whatever. You can go practice from sun up to sundown, turn the lights down, practice at night. But skydiving, there's only, if you're a really good skydiver, you're going to get in 15 or 20 jumps, which means you spent an entire day to get in 15 or 20 minutes of practice of what it is you're trying to do. So that's why we used to say, nothing a thousand jumps can't fix. We got we got another flag waiver, huh? That ain't my flag. No one can afford to smoke, man. It's an expensive practice. Yeah, yeah, smoking's gotten stupid. Portal to history, how you doing? And that's $5 in New York. That was what 40 something years ago. I was going through I was riding my bike through Manhattan. And God, this was somewhere around like 2010, 2012, something like that. And in Manhattan, I saw the sign, a pack of Marlboros, a pack was 14.50. I'm like, get out of here. There's no way. Yeah, 2006. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, you're from Portal to History is from India, and I have an Indian hobo survival kit. Good morning, Papa Rhino. How you doing this morning, brother? Awesome seeing you. How are things going out your way? Robert Shack, you quit smoking when I moved back up north. Went from paying 4.50 for Reds and $1.59 a gallon of gas. Now it's 16 for a pack and damn near $4 a gallon. It's sickening. Yeah, they're doing that whole wealth transfer thing, and yeah, it's scary. I'm just curious. I didn't ask when I was taking my ASVAB. Am I not qualified if I? Yeah, man. If I don't know. I'm not a recruiter. Talk to the guy at Maps, but yeah, anger management issues would probably fall under like mental health issues and psychological disorders, and I guess the majority of Gen Z's getting disqualified because they ain't right in the head. Um, Busy as ever. I'm in Kansas working. Family's packing up the house. Got to start moving as soon as I get back to Arkansas. Where are you moving to, Papa Rhino? I I thought didn't you just move? You just moved like it was like not even a year ago. Well, what if you don't have anything? How can you survive in bush in sub temperature? Well, man, don't put yourself in that situation. And yeah, I don't do those unrealistic Discovery Channel what if survival. That's kind of like, what if I won the lottery? Naked and alone. Yeah, how you end up in that situation is beyond my understanding. Maybe I don't know. Quit doing drugs. Drugs are bad. Okay. Yeah, there's. I don't understand those situations. Don't go out there with nothing, and you won't have nothing. Um, oh, you bought a house? Yeah, we moved to Arkansas 1 year ago, June 1st. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, in negative. Yeah, in whatever, dude. Yeah, how did you? Okay, here's the thing. Um, don't get off the pavement. Stay on the pavement. You're one of the people that shouldn't get off the pavement. That's unrealistic. Alone, naked and afraid. Discovery Channel, History Channel. Wow, 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 wow. What if you had nothing? In Alaska, whatever, dude. If you're living up in just whatever, dude. Natural cleansing of the gene pool. Enjoy your Darwin Award. So you're from India and you're worried about getting lost in Alaska. Don't buy a plane ticket to stay in India, dude. Stay. Don't go to Alaska. Just come on, dude. No. And please, with your thought process, don't breed. what? Where do people come up with these scenarios? What if all you had was a 1 quart military canteen and an asteroid hit the planet, dude? What would you do then, dude? Whatever, dude. Is it Darwin Award a first place trophy for participation medal? Yeah, Robert, it's right up there. Just feed the bears at that point. Yeah, man, you're gonna end up becoming a bear scat. That's what's gonna happen to you. I don't understand. Does somebody want to explain this to me? Where do these scenarios come from? Y'all stop watching cable television. Throw a bunch of shit in a backpack and go out and do something. Like, really? I mean, come on, man. The dude from India is worried about getting lost in Alaska with nothing, absolutely nothing. Like, dude, you see all this shit right here? Start by buying all of this stuff and like duct tape it to your arms and your legs, and then you won't have nothing. But it doesn't matter if you have it if you don't know how to use it, so it doesn't matter anyhow. No, bro, if you get frostbite in your leg and you want to do anything, then what are you talking about, dude? I'm sure you do, McLovin. Um, oh wow, it never gets old, does it? Like it's still a good time, I think. Sometimes I can't wrap my head around it. It's not making a lot of sense. Crispy Critter, how you doing, brother? Hey, Crispy Critter, you're an experienced dude. Okay, so if you're in India and you find yourself in Alaska with absolutely nothing and you got frostbite on one leg, what are you gonna do? Like, who the hell comes up with this crap? Natural selection needs to pick up the pace. Exactly, Crispy. Exactly. There's. Oh my god. Oh, here we go. Main thing is I get frostbite in a situation in India. The temperatures are the minus temperature island, and I got stuck there 5 days due to this. I have to cut my finger off. Cut one finger. Dude. Kobe Butterfield, if you're in India and find yourself in Alaska at that point, yeah, man, maybe not everybody should get off the pavement. That's what I'm gonna leave that at. Yeah, and and maybe I don't know, man. There under extreme rare circumstances, some people have fell out of airplanes and survived. I think you should try. Maybe you would be one of the survivors. We'll see how many survive. Oh my goodness. I had to crack open a new crack in a can for this. This is priceless. Oh man, I don't know. Uh what is up with these people? The Discovery Channel and the History Channel that Naked and Afraid. That show drives me nuts. My coworker's from Bangladesh. He's calling BS. Well, it's nothing but a situation that happened. Yeah, yeah, that sounds like a. Oh, man, what's that girl's name? That Tiffany girl. She allegedly got lost for like 3 weeks, and she lived off of foraging. She lived off of leeks and stuff, and then but they found her. She was missing for like 3 weeks. Um, they found her in a resort in like a cabin that was left unlocked in case somebody gets lost and stuff. And she said she was only there for 8 hours. I think she was there for closer to 3 weeks. I think she just totally like squatted her way into an off-season vacation. Um, Only good thing from Naked and Afraid is Melissa Backwoods. Yeah, but Robert, that just goes to show, man, like there are so many simps out there. That is just I have no respect for the ladies of the night, the working girls, the OF. I don't think you're allowed to say OnlyFans. I don't know. But yeah, it just she got popular taking her clothes off for 3 years. If it wasn't for that, where would she be? I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, I always refer to her as Melissa Backdoor. Yeah. And I'm sure she has a great simp following. And she's not a she's gentle on the eyes, I'm not gonna lie, you know. But I have no respect for her opinion. I really don't. If she had a little bit of class behind it, maybe, but she's no different than, the adult magazine girls or the girls. OF, yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, you took your clothes off for money, and if it wasn't for you doing that, you probably never would have made it anywhere. Um, I think she's part of what's wrong with society. But will men will get accused of, well, stop sexualizing women? Why? They do it to themselves. Like that's all it is. Like she doesn't have to dress like that. Like, yeah, same. Like I'll say that about every single bushcraft bimbo on YouTube. All the chicks wearing no bra with a spandex shirt, and you can tell the weather. You can tell it's a little cold outside, and they have no skills. They're like somebody's walking them through it. I saw one where a girl was trying to like split a log with something, but you could tell the log was already split because yeah, they're like bogus videos, but it's like one step away from OF. If they're not making the money, dress like, but they are. They're the ones making the money. They're getting like 85 million views on how to baton a piece of wood that they didn't actually baton. Um, Patrick, how you doing? Yeah, yeah, and man, I'm gonna get myself in trouble again. But yeah, how is somebody giving an honest review on these people that are getting two, three, 400 knives a year? I don't trust your review for a second. You took it out of the box. You took a look at, oh, look at nice shiny screw, nice shiny paper clip, pocket clip, and the flickety hole is, yeah. Oh, look, okay. And the next day, it's something completely freaking different. Like carry the damn thing like that. I think yeah, YouTube has turned into QVC. It really has. I just nothing wrong with it, man. I used to geek out on QVC. We've talked about this for those of you in the live chats. I used to stay up and watch. It was great, man, because they would sell you like you would get 20 of these and 20 of those and 30 of those. But wait, there's more. If you order now, we'll include this in your package. And for no additional fee for, 4 easy payments of 29.95. And you found out who bought that crap when you went to the flea market. Because I had a table full of it going, why isn't anybody buying this shit? Um, yeah, yeah, it has entertainment value to no end, man. I love it. I try to do everything like a freaking infomercial. I'm a fan. Like the infomercial is the best commercial of all time. It's the holy grail of commercials. And people are excited and enthusiastic and they love what they're doing and they want you to be a part of it. And I appreciate that. Um, I'm as stupid as that knife. The black handle, a cold steel knife. It's a knife. This one right here. This is a Phobos knife. It's for operators by operators. Made in the USA, right down in Tennessee. Retired 18 Delta Special Forces medic. Eric Hansen is the owner. Um, yeah. Let me give a wipe ski quick. But yeah, this is the Phobos Tier One BC, like 11 and a quarter overall. Oh man, we should do the QVC, and it's like 11 and a quarter overall. Red G10 liners with double micarta scales, a built-in bow drill divot, and for your convenience, a ferro rod notch on the back of the knife. Now, dude's out of control this morning. Man, I told you I was up early drinking coffee. I'm on my second monster drink. Yeah, we're probably gonna break something today for sure. But yeah, man, all around great knife. Magna cut, edge retention is awesome. This one's PVD coated. You can get them in set and finish, different scale options, different color G10s. It's not bad, Colby. Weight wise, no man. That's if this looks heavy, then no man, like that's not heavy. When you blistered, you were here. Have these types of life. Sick man, that probably chops deep. Yeah, this one isn't all that big. I mean, if the bigger one is the tier one C. This has got a full 0.25 inch spine, 12 and a quarter overall, convex grind. Um, this one is much beefier. Wow, yeah, that was totally amateur, guys. Sorry, totally missed the screen thing shot. Yeah, this is I would say this is my favorite all around super duper extreme survival situation knife. Jesus, don't have a heart attack. Monsters are expensive and really bad for you. Just looking out for you, Bushcrafter. Yeah, man, I agree. They are absolute shite, and I really shouldn't. It's one of my few crutches. Um, yeah, I'm giving up just about everything else for this channel, and I don't even buy them for myself. Sometimes Mrs. Bushcraft will like grab me a few and throw them in the fridge and tell me not to drink them all at once. But so I don't. I wait 10 minutes before I get another one. Um, Yeah, I'm still on the class. I like the green ones, man. I've tried the white ones, not a fan. I tried the import one. In fact, I found a sticker for one on my Heliocon chair. Helinox, not Heliocon. Gotcha. Hey, we all. Yeah, man. Yeah, we all have our vices, dude. I have less than I used to. Way less. I'm a much. I finally met the woman that calmed me down. My friends were like beside themselves. They're like, "No way, get out of here! You're really gonna go up to New Hampshire and like settle down, dude." Um, yeah, they were. No way. They didn't believe me. They thought I was pulling their chain. When all this went down, when life changed like that. Um, but no, yeah, everybody kind of they laughed and they joked. But my best friends, they supported me. Yeah, they were totally cool. They didn't believe it for a second though. They're like, "Really, man? Like, you're not gonna?" Yeah, weird, weird, weird. Yeah, Patrick, I used to love New Hampshire too. I was gone for like 25 years, and I came back and wow, it turned into a suck fest, man. New Hampshire is not the state that it used to be. And a lot of it is like we were talking earlier, like a lot of the homeless stuff. A lot of the places like I used to camp 30 years ago, they've all been overrun by the homeless, every single spot. Rock out with your lockout. How you doing, brother? Oh yeah, Massachusetts. That's not too far at all. Yeah, we've been. In fact, yeah, Massachusetts part of the problem. They've been bussing up all of their. They bus a lot of their homeless people up to New Hampshire. Like I don't know why they do that, and especially now that like Massachusetts is like in the last year is 830 million in the hole from the illegal immigrants with their, you can break the law and live here unless you're a citizen. They've had that thing going on for quite a while. And now, yeah, they lost like $830 million went to supporting these illegal immigrants, and they got no money for anybody else. For American citizens that paid into the system the whole 9 yards. So yeah, that's one of the things wrong with Massachusetts right now. Just got in for morning chores. Damn it. Yeah, it's gonna get hot here in New Hampshire. They're saying like 90, 91 or 94 today. I don't know. It's still raining, so I'm not sure they know what they're talking about. Yeah, yeah, that's the problem. And there, I don't know. I don't know what. No, we all know the system isn't broken. It's working exactly the way they planned it to. And Yeah, but Americans getting sick of it. I know I'm one of them, man. It, not nothing like like you assimilate to the culture. If you're gonna sit there and wave your flag around, go back to where it is you came from. If you and most of them are just here to rob us. Like they've been saying it straight out. Like we go to the United States, we make money, and we ship it home. So they're not even putting money back on our economy. They're shipping it all to Mexico. Like illegals working in the U.S. is like the second highest part of the GDP for Mexico. So shutting down the border and all that stuff, it it's ruining their economy because they can't rip us off as easily anymore. Um, the number one thing that I'm taking camping that people might not think of, man. Um, yeah, chair. People think of a chair, man. Yeah, I'm really not sure. The number one thing I would bring camping that most people don't think of. Um, probably the kitchen sink. Legitimately, I always bring that now. Um, have you seen the Sea to Summit kitchen sinks? All right, Robert. Take care, man. All I can do is shred. Was it? Yeah. Oh, do you ski or do you snowboard, man? You got an extra tarp just in case. Oh, thanks, Skeeter. Yeah, man. This is probably something people because everybody try to get out their little micro gram weenie pot nowadays, and put a little napkin in there and rinse off a little bit. But this is probably the number one thing that people don't think of is like a decent way to clean up, wash up, stuff like that. Yeah, because I am not a gram weenie. Like I literally packed the kitchen sink, dude. And these things are awesome. These come in like 5, 10, or 20 liter. And yeah, man, a lot of people don't think like personal hygiene. I think that's probably it. Um, yeah, you can also, if another good use for this, once you fill it up, it stays out a lot better. But another good use for this is like a preemptive way to pre-filter your water. Yeah, if it's like really cloudy water, you can fill up one of these, set it off to the side, and let all the sediment and everything settle in the bottom of it, and then float your filter so it's not sitting in the bottom. And so it kind of works like a pre-filter. But yeah, definitely for personal hygiene, these things are the best. This is the smaller, the 5 liter one. Maybe that's something. Or I would say like a P38 or P51 can opener. I think a lot of people, all the pull tops and stuff, now people get caught off guard. But yeah, this is probably one of those, and it's useful, man. Yeah, you can use it for washing your dishes. Like I said, you can let water settle. Yeah, water. Yeah, the sediments will settle to the bottom. All that good stuff. Handy dandy, and they're only like $20 or something. Keith Nitz, what's happening, man? How you doing? Yeah, I think maybe a marlin spike. That's something I carry religiously. It was part of a cordage kit or anything, and that'll save you tons because rather than cutting the knots off the end, um, you use a marlin spike to pick the knot out. So yeah, you can get 100 feet of paracord and it'll last you 10 times longer instead of cutting it all the time. Yeah. I want to get a custom one made for my for the chest rig I'm working on. I think it's going to be worthy of a custom marlin. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It's just got to be the right size, the right. and I'm gonna try to find somebody in the community to make it. So like I said, I try to like anything I spend, I try to keep the money at minimum in country, and I really try to like like guys like Aries EDC, Brian F, the EDC Roundtable, stuff like that. Locally owned, like Full Tang Tactical is out of Tennessee, along with Phobos Knives is out of Tennessee. Yeah, Atwood Rope. Have a good Ron, good talking to you. All right, yeah, Patrick, good talking to you as well, man. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, we'll see you on the next one. Um, yeah, did anybody how we doing on time? Oh, did anybody find out if Grumpy Grunt's going live? He usually starts about 9:30, but I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, it's got the wire support thing. It goes back in. A little bit of practice, you'll get it in the bag. I've been telling people that my whole adult life, man. They're if you want to have some fun, watch somebody learn how to pack a parachute, dude. That is priceless. You want to see somebody get stressed out, and there's no way, man. When I was learning, I was the same way. I drop kicked the D bag, which is not like you guys are thinking D bag, like D bag. No, it stands for deployment bag, the bag in which the parachute goes in and is stowed until deployment. The deployment bag, but we always just call it the D bag. Because there's a reason for it. Because it's a D bag, but it's kind of like a D bag. Yeah, I'm trying to check at the same time too, but I'm not. That's broke. That's not the right button. Yeah, usually he gets in touch with Pat. He'll send Pat a text or something, but I don't know if he's busy or. But that's yeah, it does go back in, zips right up, and it's not if should probably clean this bottle, but this is the I was overall disappointed with this bag. This is the bag that if you buy the package deal from the School of Self Reliance Outfitters, there, the Dave DeWolf. That not Dave DeWolf, man. He's a goddamn Dave DeWolf is a parachute rigger examiner in Pennsylvania. I always say Dave DeWolf because I know him. I'm thinking Dave Canterbury. Dave Canterbury, the School of Self Reliance. You take a course, get a patch, whatever the hell's going on over there. Him. This is a bag that came with it. The cool thing is this 5 liter will fit right in the top of this, like perfect. So you could build something like this out, and this is supposed to be for a 1 liter bottle, man. This bag was way too freaking big, and I swear to God, it was coyote brown in the picture, not black. You want to talk about like being grossly disappointed when you get here? I've been like I had a bunch of black gear, and I started to grossly dislike. I didn't want to use black gear anymore because I didn't want to look like some Antifa scumbag. Can I say that? I can say it, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. They're always censoring everything we say. But yeah, so I stopped getting black because black is universal. It goes with everything, It doesn't matter. You get black shoes, it'll match your black chest rig, your Rush 72. But man, Antifa totally ruined the black thing. It used to be like you're a SWAT wannabe or something, but black, you can add some colors to it and kind of like civilianize it a little bit more. But so I was totally getting away from black, and I ordered this, man. It was supposed to be freaking coyote, and Mr. Discovery Channel Dave Canterbury sent me freaking black, or whoever degenerate sent whatever. I don't know. But man, what's wrong with customer service nowadays? I don't get it. Like, and they act like it's your fault. Like, no, man. Like, it's not my fault, you dickhead. Yeah, but anyhow, I digress. Ground Fog, how you doing, my man? Um, yeah, so that would work pretty good. You know, you could build out a little kit with it. There's plenty of room for other stuff, but yeah, something I enjoy a little bit. Not the pouch, the kitchen sink. Uh, yeah, the kitchen sink is definitely something I enjoy. So, but yeah, I'm not really sure if there's anything I genuinely bring that, you know, one item that people commonly forget. I don't know. 'Cause how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I didn't see any. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm still trying to see if Grumpy Grunt's going live, but I'm not seeing anything. No, that's not the right button. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything either, so we'll roll with it. If somebody says something or somebody knows more than we do, probably a lot of people, but you know what I'm saying, guys. So yeah, so I think that's so yeah, we're gonna do a thing on this, the Quadfecta. I can't wait to do a thing on that chest rig, get that all going. Yeah, I hope he's doing okay. I know he's been back and forth, a lot going on in life, but Bobo Schnoggins, how you been doing, my man? How's life treating you? Yeah, yeah, then pocket tools, man. I just yeah, folder, lighter, um, not sure what else I got going on. Yeah, so I gotta do the leather stropping. Colby butter. Am I allowed to say a fucked up joke? Colby, man, dude, as long as it's not racist or you know anything like that, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, man, everybody loves a good joke. Oh, Grumpy, yeah, he was talking about that last week. But I wasn't sure if he was doing his live. I wanted to, man, I like going to hang out at Grumpy's live. I've been doing it for like 2 years now, so I try to end my live before he starts. So yeah, so that's kind of narcissistic. I'm only ending the live because I want to go watch it. No, no, but most of us go watch it. Like, there's a lot of guys in here that hang out at Grumpy Grunt, so it's not just me. It's a team effort. Oh yeah, yeah, Colby. I don't know if we're allowed to do the. Yeah, you're not allowed to joke about those people. They come and take everything from you. Um, isn't that one of the first laws? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. Crispy, how have you been doing, man? You staying healthy, brother? How's it been treating you? Yeah, no worries, man. Hey, well, you know, and the way I look at it, I can't control what people say in the live chat. That's what we call free will. I mean, if you do stuff that's gonna get me in trouble, we're gonna delete the comment at minimum. Um, we try to keep it real here, you know. Life isn't perfect, but yeah, exactly. At least you asked for it first. So yeah, there's Yeah, some people just come in here blasting the comments, is like spamming or whatever. Isn't that what spamming is? When they just repetitively like do nonsense, like texting or something. Yeah, that's cool, Kobe. We appreciate it. Um, yeah, and good times were had by all. I got to start learning some new jokes, man. I used to have a bunch. I just can't remember any anymore. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, so we've been getting the channel memberships going. If anybody's interested in channel memberships, we're gonna have members only live chat. It's gonna start up next Saturday evening. I'm gonna do a community post. Actually, I'm gonna do a community poll, and I'll do a poll asking, like, what works best for everybody, and then we'll go from there. I'm thinking probably like early evening, like six o'clock or something, 6 or 7 Eastern, uh, and it'll be a members only live chat. That way, there's no trolls, there's no nonsense. It'd just be like straight up everybody just BSing, and we have to worry less about offending people or stuff like that. I think the same rules apply though, even if it's a members only. Like the same like YouTube community policies, they still apply. You can't be acting the ass or something. I think, but I think it'll be a little bit more relaxed. And there'll be no interruptions. Or if somebody does want to interrupt, at least they got to pay. So, but yeah, we're gonna start that up Saturday for sure. It'll be between 6 to 8. And that's a huge help to the channel too because gear is getting ridiculously expensive. I've seen some stuff like damn near double in price in the past couple of years. Yeah, I'm starting to sound like my grandfather, so I'm like, oh, back in the day, that shit was a nickel, son. Yeah, the best 10 in the world was $200, and that included the shipping and a free set and a spare set of poles. That was awesome. But yeah, that's what we've got going on. Um, yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, Miss Bushcraft is at work today, so. But yeah, we'll do some shifting around of the stuff. Um, yeah, I've got a super mess going on here. I'm not sure how we manage this so quick. I do this every time. I think everybody does this doing lives. Like everything just gets destroyed. Everything turns into a CF. It's a yard sale. So anybody else got anything planned today? Anybody on a mission? Get out, do a little something, something. Or did the fret did it freeze up? Not sure. Hard to tell. Yeah, we've been having crazy internet issues lately. The past few weeks. I think it's all the rain and bad weather. Does anybody else have that? Where it rains out a lot and then your internet stops working proper? Um, yeah, we'll shift that around. We'll throw the chest rig up. Wonder how that. We'll try that chest rig up there. See how it fits. We'll put the flag back in a minute. That thing's bigger than it. Looks like a whole damn suitcase. Rain in the mist. Yeah, it almost rained, but it missed. That's lame ass dad humor from. That's horrible. I shouldn't say stuff like that. It almost rained it almost rained, but it missed. Oh, that's a classic, right? You should get the Velcro ID panel just to be able to put that there. Yeah, I'm happy with this purchase. The full tank tactical recon chest rig. I'm happy with it. Definitely has a lot of potential. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. And the cool thing is you could load this out for anything. You could load it out for like, and they have other colors. But yeah, you could do search and rescue. You could do like, bushcraft, camping, hunting, all that stuff. It goes full tactical. You can put multiple, there's multiple options to put mags in, both long arm and sidearm. So yeah, there's just tremendous amount of potential with this thing. And I might have to put some pencil to graph paper and send them some ideas. Oh, it's gonna have everything. Like that's yeah, that's what I've been working on. Oh yeah, I put that back. The kind of loadout I'm gonna do with this thing, man, is that's what I've had out. Like everything here and then some. I'm looking into company Canna Provisions, and they sell like water decontamination kits, like nice sealed up, everything you would need to like decontaminate your water to make it for drinking. Almost everything. I think the one thing that they're missing, and I'll say it now, is that they're missing some type of water storage container, like the five coal has those 4 mil. They're like 36-ounce roll top, flat bottom water bags. I think those things are ideal for like the extreme emergency situation where like you lost your Grail water filter or whatever. Um, yeah, and purification tabs. I've used those plenty. They make the water taste horrible, but it's not going to make you sick. It just doesn't taste good. Um, but it's like all you need is something to hold the water in and something to the tablet in. Wait, it's like 20 or 30 minutes, and you got drinking water. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely that's gonna kind of be like my emergency water is some emergency 36-ounce water bags and water purification tablets. That's definitely gonna be the thing. Hey, yeah, Crispy Critter, you might be interested in these. These are little diamond plates by Trend. They're like credit card size diamond plates. You can get them. They're dual sided, like 180 and 300 grit, 300 and 600 grit, or 600 1000 grit. Yeah, nice little thing. Yeah, you could EDC one of these in your wallet. They're like the size of a credit card. A little bit thicker, a little bit heavier for sure. But yeah, they're little diamond plates, perfect for doing the sharpening stuff. That's something, and I'm gonna end up throwing a couple space blankets in there for sure. I mean that kind of goes without saying. They're really useful. Some hand warmers. I'm also looking into some different nutritional supplements that are compact and portable that'll go well in here. And I'm thinking I got to make it for two. I got to be able to support two. Yeah, I don't have to like have two multi tools and but definitely a backup flashlight and stuff. For Mrs. Bushcraft, if anybody's gonna lose a flashlight, it's gonna be her, not me. Uh, but yeah, it's kind of the Mason skateboarding and statistics. How you doing? How goes the boarding, man? Plywood. Plywood's horrible. Plywood. What's horrible? Or I shouldn't have asked, right? Wonder if I could. Oh, it's a little bit cooler, huh? These aren't the droids you're looking for. Oh, I forgot the knife, man. I'm really at odds, man. Man, a part of me is telling me to put the calcula in here, and it's definitely a solid choice. But there's another part of me that's saying put the tier 1 mini in there. That I don't know. Tough decision. It's probably going to be the calcula, I think. I think that would be Yeah, and I want to get like a Velcro mount that's gonna go in the back. Kind of have everything in the bag, and then keep the outside of the bag. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for doing that, Pat. We almost went there. We still. I wonder if he's listening, you loser. Um. Yeah. Said that Iran's gonna kick our ass. They're the ones that took a couple bunker busters right up to Keister last night. What are they talking about? Yeah, the Tier One Mini's a banger for sure. And the Tier One Mini is CPM 154 CM, and the Calcula is CPMS 35 VN. So you got like two great steels. That doesn't help make the decision. They're both good. I think that the CPM 154 might be. I don't know. I'm not even going to say easier to sharpen because if you're sharpening it on diamond plates, it's pretty much the same. Um, yeah, there is a little bit more handle for sure to the Calcula. Um, it's for sure a full grip, man. There I go, my little. I could fit a whole other finger. That's. I got like such Sally McSally hands. Like I could have a second pinky, 6 fingers, 5 fingers, and a thumb. And look, which is nice, you know, because small knives I can get away with smaller knives for sure. There's still extra room there. Um, yeah, and the Tier One Mini makes sense because this is going in the chest rig, right? But on my belt is I'm still gonna have the Tier One BC and the Tier One Mini on my belt, right? So if this was like Plan B, backup, then why it'd be like a little hat trick Tier One family. We got the Tier One BC, the Tier One Mini, and the Tier One Mini, all right. So this is gonna go in the back of this. Yeah, lefty lefty. So, yeah, tough decision because it would be like a little hat trick Tier One family. It'd be sweet. But I like the Calcula so much. The Calcula has a similar handle design to the Tier One BC. I definitely dig it. But yeah, what could possibly go wrong, right? So, yeah. So with that in mind, it's I don't know. They're both great, nice. Maybe I'll switch it out every once in a while or something. See how it goes. But yeah, that's um yeah, and then he's got what I gotta find is well I found one the oh what's the name of it but the side expansion wings I want to get one that has 4 rows of molly and then he has this multi-purpose utility pouch and it would they're like 7 by 5 like smaller pouch either side that could load out I think one I'm gonna do some nutritional stuff um oh right on yeah thanks ground fog. Yeah, ground fog. You can drop your Discord as well all the time, man, for sure. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? See, I think yeah. Well, no. For argument's sake, we'll put the calcula back in there. So yeah, is everybody getting their ducks in order? I know there's been a lot of people talking about there might be some random retaliation stuff, some sleeper cell action or something. I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore. But yeah, everybody keeping one in the chamber. DFH, what's happening, man? Yeah, life is going good, man. I have no complaints whatsoever. Yeah, life has been very good recently. Had some pleasant surprises. I can't complain about for sure. Yeah, life has been grand. It's getting there slowly but surely. But hey, Rome wasn't built in a night, and it's all about the destination, not the. Or yeah, it's all about the journey, not the destination, right? Yeah, DFH, how are you doing, man? Suppose I could do a better job and get that flag in there better. I've got a New Hampshire one somewhere too, but well, the one thing I don't like about magnets, man, it makes gear layouts difficult. Robert, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. Oh, BD, thanks. Yeah, man, this is mid progress. This is we're getting there. We're we'll call this well, you got bug out bags, you got the fear bags, the forget everything and run. You got the inch bag, I'm not coming home bag. Um, I don't know what the hell to call this one. We'll figure something out. I'm doing all right now. 35 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius? Oh yeah, the Leatherman Raptors, man. Yeah, those are mighty fine. Yeah, I love them. I definitely enjoy them. Um, yeah, I think it's a great tool to have around. Very useful. Um, but yeah, so this is a work in progress. I'm still like, I think I'm gonna try to order, a certain amount of stuff every week and build to it, and it'll be like, for the live chats and stuff. Um, Keep some updates. If anybody has any suggestions, I'm always open to some suggestions. Doesn't mean I'm gonna use it, but yeah, I love it. Yeah, we'll fine tune this as a family, I think. Yeah, I think um, yeah, I think some type of IFAC as well is going to end up in here. I'm not sure to what degree. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, Klein, yeah, Klein makes great tools, man. Yeah, they really do. At least they used to. I'm sure they still do, but yeah, Klein makes some good stuff. Yeah, fair. Oh, snow is expected above 7,500 feet. Yeah, that makes about. Yeah, do you know what your elevation is, DFH? Um, Typically you lose about 2.5 degrees Fahrenheit per 1,000 feet of elevation. It's not an exact science; it's an average. Um, yeah, I think I'm kind of the only thing I'm missing for the Leatherman really is the ratchet bit driver, but I'm not even sure I'm a fan of it. Um, yeah, so it's gonna be like only like 5 or 6 degrees cooler than where you're at. So yeah, you said 35. Yeah, so that elevation is enough to drop it below freezing. That should bring it about 30 to 29, 30 degrees. I'm trying to think what else we can cover. I think I've covered most of everything for the moment. Yeah, I've still got the active fishing and hunting with the Yoyito pocket reel and stuff. That's gonna end up in that kit. Oh, Booker, which Leatherman have you broken? I mean, you can break anything though. I mean, I don't know. I think YouTube's warped a lot of people's opinions on what a tool should and shouldn't do. Yeah, you can break anything, man. Absolutely anything can be broken. You can even cook diamonds away. They'll carbonize. You heat up a diamond enough. Diamonds aren't forever. That's one of I feel bad for the people that fell for that lie, but it's true. You can just cook a diamond, you heat it up enough, it'll carbonize and turn to vapor, and it's gone. So yeah. And my next question would be, if you broke two Leathermans, what are you doing with them? Because I don't know the right tool for the job. We were on this topic earlier. Yep. Yeah. What else is there really? Not too much. You're trying to cut a small wire, and you what kind of wire was it? I don't know. I don't know, my man. I do not know. You had broken a. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what was it, a real Leatherman, or was it just some generic multi tool or something? I don't see a Leatherman breaking cutting a small piece of wire, and twice even. Snapped the jaw. I think it was a fluke though, because my new one did the same thing many times, no problem. Yeah, it seems like a real fluke type thing because yeah, I've used my stuff pretty aggressively and it's fine. And if you maintain it, put a little wicked wax on there, some type of treatment, help coat it. Yeah, this stuff lasts a long time. And if you're not trying to use it, as a can opener on the top of a car, it'll last even longer. I wonder. I think. Yeah, a lot of this stuff just comes up. People trying to get clicks and views. There's a lot of talk about that with social media, because it's gotten so much more difficult because there's so many people doing it that people are just straight up going out there acting the fool. Like that old Johnny Somali guy. Yeah. But that's about it. Yeah, I've been trying to keep up on some of the current affairs, some of that stuff. But man, some of the stuff you just don't even know what to say anymore. Like, I'm gonna be the one to say it. That Brittany Griner. Why is he still playing in the freaking women's NBA? Hunting for hookers. How you doing, my man? It's been a minute, brother. How are you doing? It's awesome seeing you. How is the missus doing, dude? Were you guys moving forward with that, or? This is the Olight Warrior Mini 2. Pretty good flashlight. Not my favorite by any standards. It's functional, but I'm actively looking for a replacement. I think I found one, but we all have different standards. And that one just doesn't quite meet mine. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one day at a time, bro. Exactly, man. Just stay on the journey. I'm with you, man. Um, yeah, dude. If there's anything, if you want to, if you got any links or anything going, Cornbread, go ahead and drop them. I know you guys got some stuff going on for fundraisers and stuff. If you got any links, man, go ahead and drop those links. If anybody wants to help out, um, yeah, 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 definitely an outstanding member of the community. So, The knife is a Phobos Calcula. Phobos is out of Tennessee. It stands for operators by operators. It's owned by Eric Hansen. He's a 22-year veteran, 18 Delta Special Forces medic, and now he designs and builds knives. And yeah, this is the Calcula. It's S35 VN steel. This one has got red G10 liners with carbon fiber scales, and they run somewhere's plus or minus 300, depending on if you get satin finish, PVD, what type of scale material, whether it's micarta G10 or carbon fiber. Carbon fiber being the most expensive. Yeah, and if correct me if I'm wrong, cornbread, but if I'm not mistaken, I try to follow everything. I've had a lot going on myself too. But his wife has been diagnosed with cancer. Is that right? Yeah, I can't remember exactly what kind. So yeah, they're uh, yeah having a GoFundMe to help them out. I mean, yeah, everybody's struggling these days. We all know that. But yeah, any help you can give him, even if if you don't have the money to give to a GoFundMe or something, go to his channel, Hunting for Hookers Outdoors, and yeah, clicks and views add up, guys. You can get some free information, help him out with and support his channel, help him with his situation with his wife, dude. Yeah, uh, that just sucks, man. Cancer fucking sucks. That's all you can say about it. Like, it absolutely sucks. Man, I am not a poetic person. I apologize for that, but I tell it how it is. And when it sucks, it sucks. And cancer can't. They've raised billions of hundreds of billions of dollars for cancer. They haven't made it anywhere. Yeah, well, that's something. If we could find a cure for that, that would be a good thing. Oh, and anytime, cornbread, man. Yeah, I wish I could do more. I really do, man. Um, but yeah, how are things going? I know it sucks, but is she at least in good spirits? You guys doing okay? I mean, healthy mentally and stuff. Booker, you're looking for a knife for my fire bunkers for emergency cutting. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, there's 101 variables in there. Like, what's your budget? How many knives you looking for? You want just one knife? I mean, what are you using currently? If you have absolutely no knife, I mean, I don't know. There's so much controversy in the knife world right now. Like, even DBK came out with one. What's better, Mora or DeWalt? I'm like, DeWalt's in the outdoor knife business now, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on. That's why I have very limited knives. I stick to what I use. They're not they're not in most people's budgets, but they yeah, that's the taxing part. The hey man, as long as you two are like healthy in the head with each other, that's the important part. Some people don't do so well, man. But yeah, the nonstop appointments, and yeah, I've been to the doctors for different reasons, but I've had to go to frequent doctors visits and physical rehab and stuff, and that's taxing. And I'm recovering. I'm not trying to be cured. I can't imagine how stressful that is. I know at the time it was stressful on my relationship having to do the physical rehab and everything. Um, yeah, yeah, that's exactly right, cornbread. Yeah, we're living in like the golden era of knives. Like, there are tons of good knives on the market. There's so many options. It's almost that's why there's so many knife channels that focus just on knives, because you can do just nothing but knives all day long, knife after knife after knife, and quality knife. And man, there's still some gas station knives out there and some clunkers, and not all knives are good knives, but we definitely have a plethora of quality knives to choose from nowadays. I think we could all agree on that. But I'm gonna do it because I do it. One of my hobbies, I love pooping on poo-poo knives from China. Not a fan of China. Not China. No Chinese knives for this guy. Just can't do it, dude. I'm totally so done with China. I got the Chinese fatigue, the China fatigue. Yeah, I don't understand how we support a country so much that just they want to destroy us. They'd be happy if we, which doesn't make any sense. We're like their cash cow, but they want to beat us up. Not so many things don't make sense. Um, yeah, let me. So yeah, I do get in trouble. I know I hurt some people's feelings because they do a lot with Chinese knives, and then they got the affiliate link, so they're, China's in their pocket or something, and much like some of the politicians. And some people get butthurt when I say stuff like that, but I really don't care because that's just how I feel. And you can tell me I'm wrong; it's my opinion. I don't care. Yeah, hey Booker, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. If it's working for you, just keep rocking on with it. Unless you're looking to upgrade for some reason. Um, but yeah, how we doing here? What could possibly go wrong? But yeah, so I've been kind of boycotting the Chinese products as much as I can. I know someone would be like, "Oh, where'd your coffee mug come from?" or something. Yeah, I get it. I get it. And I don't make all the purchases under this roof. And sometimes other people outside of this roof make purchases, and they end up being gifts, and I don't have 100% control over it. And I'm not a rude person. I am a rude person sometimes. No, I just tell the facts. But I'm not rude to somebody who was generous enough to gift me something. If it happened to come from someplace I don't like, I'm not so rude as to say your gift sucks. Like why'd you buy that? No, I'm a respectful person on that behalf. Um, so having said that, there's one time at Skydive Camp, right? Oh, maybe I started too early. I need to start doing some of those late nighters again. Um, yeah, Booker, I have a couple. Um, Depends on what I'm doing, but I'm a Beretta fan. Mostly it's between the Beretta 92 FS and the Beretta 84 FS. Depends on how much I want to be pulling my pants up. Yeah, I like the 84 FS, probably my favorite, because it's a 380, the 13 plus one, and it tucks away very nicely, and yeah, it's been my go to for like over 15 years, 15 20 years now. In that yeah, I'll say 15 years, well over, and I just like it. It's my favorite. It's easy to put rounds on target, and it's close to half the weight of a 92 FS, and I just keep it simple like that. I don't I'm not one of those guys. I just I tend to own more of what I need, and if I don't need it, I tend to get rid of it. I think it's a solid way to live life. I think that yeah, I'm not into over consumerism or anything like that. Never have been. Maybe I was a little bit, but yeah, I'm moving every 6 months my entire adult life pretty much. It really teaches you how to live without a lot of stuff, and you realize how much stuff you don't need. So yeah, that I have no clutter of junk or anything like that. I like that. But But yeah, I think I'm gonna probably wrap it up here pretty soon. We've been at it for, yeah, 3.5 hours, so that's pretty good little live. And who knows, we'll probably go live again soon. I gotta pick up the pace a little bit here on YouTube, and we'll do some more. I definitely got a mess to clean up. It's amazing how much stuff you end up switching around and shifting and everything during live chats. But yeah, guys, that's about it for that. But thanks for hanging out. Special thank you to all of the new channel members and pre-existing channel member. We definitely appreciate all you guys. And once again, yeah, if you can help out Cornbread hunting for hookers outdoors, um, we would definitely appreciate it. Irish John, awesome having you here as usual. I'll probably give you a ring in a bit. But yeah, we're gonna call this a wrap. 3.5 hours, pretty good chat. Everybody have an awesome Sunday. Get outside, get some fresh air, or stay in from the rain, whatever it's doing where you're at. And we'll most definitely talk to you soon. Take care, be well, everybody. Be kind to one another, and we will see you on the next one.